Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And y'all know what it is. I am your favorite couch god extraordinaire, Tony. What's happening? What it is, what it ain't.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. God damn it, we
What
got
is,
a
cuz?
W. Shit.
What? Say it ain't
I
so.
don't I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care if they play against the second string. I don't give a damn. What I say the other night, I wanted the damn win, and the Panthers went out there and got a win. All right. So
Yep.
hey, I'm
And
Gucci. I'm Gucci.
and we wanted to see a score on the first drive. Preferably 7, but I wouldn't have been mad at 3. But we got the 7. So that
Mm-hmm.
one and
Yeah.
done for Bryce.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Okay. And let me make sure I do what I usually do. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody that's joining us now, welcome. If you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button on your way in. Make sure you check us out at all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and over on Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X, as we like to call it. You can catch us at Two Fans ITS. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
let me go ahead and get into the comments from the people here real quick, and then we'll talk about this game. Earl, how you doing?
What's up, Mr. Earl?
SC Pace. Plummer looked good today. I can't lie. Great to see Bryce and the starters get a drive in. Canales play calling looks a million times better than Wright. Hey, you ain't telling nothing but the truth. You ain't telling
Fact.
nothing but the truth. Comparing what we saw today to last year, if this was vanilla, the vanilla last year was melted, and they stepped all over that shit on the out the tunnel. Going on to the field. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's preseason, but I'm saying if this is vanilla, you know what we saw last year was I don't even know. You can't disrespect vanilla like that because a lot of people like vanilla. So hey,
Hey, last year was that square peg in the round hole. You you
basically.
finally you finally got to see a head coach adapt
Mm-hmm.
his scheme to the strength of his quarterback.
Yeah.
Bryce Young was an RPO type quarterback when he was at Alabama. That's what he flourished in. That's what he knows. So why not,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um,
Make it
design
work
your
for him.
play, yeah, design
Mm-hmm.
your play calling around his strength. And we already know what happened last year with Frank Wright, and now we're seeing the opposite of it. Now people can really say that Dave Canales was a man of his word because one of the first things that he said was he wanted to build this offense around Bryce and do the things that Bryce is best at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
we saw that first hand today. And like you said, I don't care if it was against the second string because technically we didn't have all our stars on the offensive line. So
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, hey, and kudos to the offensive line, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey Tony,
Yeah,
me and you could have lined up on the defense out there, and I'd still been like, hey. Good shit,
yeah.
fellas. All right, hey, let me go to the hospital now, but good shit.
Yeah, for
Hey, Miss
real.
Hunky Dory said, "What 31 points? We ain't seen that in the regular or preseason in a while against ourselves or another team." I
He
forgot
said,
how many
"Get that
points did
sale."
we how many points did we have against the Packers? Wasn't it didn't we
It
score
was
30
close
against the
to it.
Packers? It's close
It was
to it. I
close to it
forget.
against the Packers and the Seattle
Mm.
game. The Seattle
Oh,
game,
okay.
even though we lost, that was
Lost.
a
Yeah, it
good
was
scoring
close.
game.
Yeah. Eddie
Yeah,
P trying to get early retirement pay.
dog. I don't. I'm like everybody else. I don't know what the hell happened, but then like all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, they talking about, and I saw
Mm-hmm.
Joe Person report it on Twitter because I had just okay. So the young lady was interviewing Shaq and Josie
Mm-hmm.
Jewell on the sideline, right?
Yeah.
And then you saw Eddie P, kicking balls into the net. Then
Mm-hmm.
I like 5 minutes later, I looked on Twitter, and Joe Person was saying that Eddie Pinero got a hamstring injury. I was like, when? Like when this
Oh,
happened?
oh, okay. I missed all that.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he said
Okay.
he got a he said he got a hamstring injury. So,
Hey, well, hold on.
hey,
Well, first, let me B Amos. Shout out to you, man. We appreciate the super chat. He said, "What's
appreciate you,
up,
B.
fellas?"
Amos.
in chat. Thank you, B Amos. And hold on, we
Yeah,
got one more. We got one more.
never
Nervash with the
asked.
$5 super chat. Thank you.
What's
Said
up,
that didn't
Navash?
look super
Appreciate it.
vanilla to me. I saw a lot of interesting shotgun formations, pistol, double pistol. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
That was the exact opposite of vanilla. That was the exact
yeah.
opposite. Okay. All right. Bet. Well, hold on. Let me Let me go ahead and get our make sure I introduce him right this time. Let me go ahead and get our third fan in the stand in the building here. Hold on, let me see. There we go. All right. Oh, hold on. My bad, everybody. C. Douglas, what's up, buddy?
Boy, look, I'm gonna say this: get that organ, cause Tony definitely gonna be preaching today. If you ain't never enjoyed a sermon on two fans in the stands, the minister is in the building, and CJ gonna get the benediction. So I'm here for the sermon today, Tony. Go ahead and get the preaching.
Boy.
Nah, I ain't got no sermon. I ain't got no sermon today.
Hey, well, you know what?
Shoot.
I ain't got
Nah.
no
Hey,
sermon.
hold on. I'll take over today. You know, the assistant pastor will step up when the pastor ain't feeling up to himself today. You know, I'll take over. So hold on, let me see. All right, if everybody would turn in your Panther Bibles to the page of the offense went down the field, scored a touchdown, and got their asses off the field without getting hurt. Let me get an
Is
amen,
that
everybody.
is that victorious 31-1?
Yeah. No, that's Victor. That's Victorious 31. Let me see. Chapter 31. Oh God, I forgot how to say daggone books of the Bible.
Verse
Verse,
verse
verse,
verse
verse.
19.
Yeah. Book 31, chapter 2, verse 6. Oh
Y'all
my
boys,
God.
boy.
Oh
Yo,
my
let
god.
me tell you. Okay, and first,
Yeah.
let me say this to everybody as well too. We do realize it's just a preseason game. Okay, so you know it's still just a
And
preseason game. It's one drive. If we need a pass it out, hey, he probably already live now. He probably preaching on
yeah,
his
he
channel
probably
as we
yeah.
speak. He probably live
Mm-hmm.
now. So y'all look, y'all gonna have to deal with me. You know, my daddy was a deacon. He still is a deacon. So you know, I learned a little bit in the church. But
Hey,
Oh,
hey, hey.
MT,
Go ahead, Tony.
MTM said that's a bag. It's verse 26.
yeah, there you
Oh
go.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Chapter 31,
Yeah,
verse
yeah.
26. There you go. Thank you, making
Hey,
true money. I appreciate you,
hey,
dog.
hey, CJ. Before
Repent.
we continue,
repent.
hey, before we continue, fellas. Because I know they
Oh,
laughing. Hey, congratulations to Austin Corbett and his wife on having a baby.
yes,
Yes.
I was
Yes.
definitely on
yes.
Tony because Tony had me laughing. He was like, "Doug, I don't know how to feel." I said, "Tony, one person's dealing with a personal issue that he's getting resolved today, and
It
somebody
was
else's
Mm-hmm.
wife is in labor." And I said, "Okay, cool."
no.
I said, we gonna be
He
good. We gonna be
so
good.
let me just set the record all the way straight. Cause Doug halfway lying. He ain't know
Uh
nothing
Hold on,
about
oh.
hold on.
Austin Corbett. He didn't know
Hold on,
nothing about
Doug.
Austin
Hold on, Doug.
Corbett was in labor because that's not what he said. And
I
I
got the
said
receipts. I'm on Twitter.
I
We got the
wasn't.
receipts. It's stamped. It's stamped.
First of all,
It's stamped.
let's be clear. When you messaged me earlier, when you made that comment, that was before anybody knew that Austin Corbett wife was in labor and he had a baby. Yes, it was.
No,
And
it's not
then
because they talked about it this week, Tony. It's been public knowledge that his wife was going to go in labor this week.
I didn't know that. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
You
that.
ain't gonna
didn't
lie.
know
I didn't
that.
know that.
I ain't know it
Thank
either.
you. You didn't know that. You
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
ain't
that.
know it.
Okay, so anyway, my whole thing was the offensive line as far as putting Bryce out there without the
Mm-hmm.
starting center and Damian Lewis. So that's what I was
Hmm.
tripping about. I was like, why are we putting them out there and we don't have all the starters? That was my
Yeah.
Correct.
only gripe, and I had said that all week.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Shaquille
Correct.
Shaquille Moody? What's up? This is the first time I'm able to catch a live
Catch the
show. I
live
work third
show.
shift and have to watch. Well, we appreciate you,
Hey, how
Shaquille.
you doing?
Shaquille.
How you doing?
Oh, you
Thank you
know
for
who that is?
joining us. No, I don't. But
Oh, oh,
hey, but yeah, thank you for joining us. You know,
But no,
we
Tony,
usually
but
go
Tony's
live
right.
2 days a week, but you know, I figured since you know, the game was at 1 o'clock today, I
right.
sent him a message. I was like, hey, you up? You watching the game? Yeah. I said, you want to go live after? Yep, cool.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just get it. But okay, well, let's go ahead
Tony,
and
what time is
get
it?
into the
What time is
game.
it over there?
It is
It's
4:12.
12. It's
Oh, I'm
12
sorry, my
midnight here.
bad. My bad. You talking
It's
to Tony,
after
my bad.
midnight.
Okay.
Go ahead, CJ.
All right.
Okay.
But
Okay.
let's get into the game. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the first drive. The first drive looked great.
All right.
Okay. Bryce Young drove him straight down the field. And a couple things I wanted to point out. So every play wasn't perfect. All right. There was one play
Right.
where Bryce had to do a lot of moving and grooving. And we're not saying that he's Michael Vick or you know, or any of the super athletic quarterbacks in history, but he showed you on that play he's able to escape a little bit of pressure, break a couple tackles. You know, he only gained a couple yards, but he didn't take a sack. Okay. And then there
Right.
was another play where the pocket kind of broke down a little bit. A little bit. Bryce was able
Mm-hmm.
to escape, you know, off to his left. And the thing that I like that he did the most, when he threw that ball to Deontay Johnson, he was running. So he made sure that he turned and he got his upper half squared up and, you know, in
Yeah.
parallel to
Right.
Deontay Johnson before he threw that ball. So to
Right.
me, in my opinion, this is my opinion, you can tell he has been working on his form, his footwork, and how he is doing things, you know, like off script. You can tell they've worked on a lot of
Right.
off script stuff. Okay. I did
Yeah.
like that. On the touchdown,
That's a fact.
you know, I like that. I like snap the ball. He took maybe one look. And I gotta go back and look at that play. Matthews was just doing jumping jacks, you know, waiting to get the ball, and Bryce
He
slung
was
it to
wide
him.
open.
So he was wide open, wide open.
Yeah.
So what do y'all
Hey,
think about that
CJ,
first drive?
CJ, I would say the route that Deontay Johnson ran. Did you see the route that he ran? That's what
No,
impressed me more
I
than the
did not.
throw. The
Mm-hmm.
route, the route. He literally had the DB on skates. He kind of did like a post corner, and when the DB tried to press
Yeah. He
him
ran an
and
over
brush
route.
up against him,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, Tony. When
Yeah.
I say that
He
route was
leaned.
beautiful, that
He
route was
stacked them.
beautiful.
Yeah. He stacked them, leaned into him, and shot off to the left and
Mm-hmm.
kept it moving.
Now
Create that
Kept it
separation.
moving.
I forgot who the
But
receiver was that was out there
that's the
with
same.
him. Was that Leggett?
That's the same
It
Because
was
play.
some,
Xavier.
cause
It
some,
was Xavier Leggett.
okay,
It was Xavier
cause
Leggett.
somebody dove like they was gonna catch the ball, but Deontay caught it.
Yeah.
Xavier Leggett. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
go real
it's the
quick. And
same play that
go ahead.
CJ talking
Go
about.
ahead,
Y'all
Tony.
both talking about the same plays where Bryce
Yeah,
Young squared his
Yeah, I
shoulder
know.
up and hit.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, yeah,
yeah. Yep.
I would say this, and I was messing with Big Cuz, but I told him
Eddie, what's
this.
up, buddy? Sorry, y'all. That's my homeboy Eddie from back home. What's going on, man?
Oh,
No,
what's up, Eddie?
no,
Brunswick
no, you
County
good.
boy.
No, you just yelled. I'm like, what I missed because I'm driving. I would say this. Tony and I were talking in the beginning. I said, Tony, one thing that people don't understand is when Damian Lewis was out, Austin, Chandler Zavala was doing good at guard. And that's who came out as the starting guy with Damian Lewis not
Yeah,
being in. And
and did good,
absolutely phenomenal.
and
Everything
did
that we
good.
saw
I
in the
got to
joint
give it to him.
practice, everything that we saw in the joint practice is exactly what we saw on that first drive. And for all the Bryce
Yeah,
haters, I don't know if they're in this chat right now, what you got to say now? Everything that everybody's been telling you guys, wait and see when he gets a competent coach that actually wants him, that can groom him, and we actually get protection around Bryce. Bryce didn't get hit not once. Yes, he had to scramble, but one thing that we saw what Bryce did earlier in the year is, or last year was, anytime he had pressure, he would run immediately and
Yeah,
not stay in the pocket. Bryce stood in
yeah,
the pocket, kept his footwork, which one thing we all said needed to improve, and stayed in the pocket and delivered balls wherever he needed to. And it wasn't air throws or it wasn't balls that were below where they were non-catchable. Every ball that he threw today was a catchable ball, and he had presence in the pocket and
preach,
definitely showed that.
preach,
Look, look, I'm so
preach.
excited. I'll say this.
Look,
I'm so glad.
hey, preach,
look,
Look,
preach,
hold
big
on,
I'm
boy,
so
look,
preach.
glad that
look. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
go
Doug.
ahead.
look. No,
He's
no,
on Friday
I'm just
night.
saying. I'm so glad that we finally. No, I'm just so glad that everybody can finally see it. Again, those naysayers that were saying Bryce went ish, Dan Canals was a vanilla offensive coordinator. He wasn't the right coach. What can you say now? You scored 31 points as a team, not just first team
Yeah,
offense, but as a team in a preseason game. Like I said, all the
yeah,
naysayers, I need you to come to the front of the church, and then we're gonna pray for you. That's all I got to say.
yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
I'm with you
hold
on
on,
that
Tony.
one thing,
Hey,
though.
Prime,
Oh, go
I
ahead.
put the link in the chat just now. I'm sorry, I just saw your comment, Prime. I put the link in the
Oh,
chat,
okay,
bud.
okay. Let me step to the side in the pulpit and let the bishop in. Hey, but no, seriously, What you were saying earlier about staying in the pocket, to me, that was the most impressive thing about Bryce tonight, that he stayed in the pocket and he didn't panic too often. And when he had time, and when it looked like the play may have broke down or something like that, those guys gave him good protection. He stayed in the pocket and he was delivering strikes. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to see. You want to see that he has time to where when things start breaking down, um on the outside, that he has time to step up into the pocket and complete his throws or extend plays or things like that. So I was more impressed about what he did in the pocket than what he did out the pocket, to be honest.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Facts. Hey,
Because
hold on. Let me see.
for me, you just don't go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say real quick. Hey, Tip Drill Will, appreciate the $5 super
Tip
chat, big
Drill
dog.
Will.
Appreciate you,
We appreciate you, guy.
appreciate you. Oh, and
What
hold
you
on
say?
real quick, y'all. I'm sorry,
No,
fellas, the play
what
calling and execution were in sync today. Yes, they were.
yes, sir.
Yes, they were.
Navash just sent
Yes, they
another
were.
one.
Oh, thank you, Nervash, for another $5 super chat. He said, I'm a Bryce hater. He looks good, but I want to see him do it in real games consistently. I think we all remember the Green Bay game, and then 2 shutouts. Yeah, oh yeah. That's a
Yeah,
fact. That is an
yeah,
absolute fact. You are absolutely correct. And
yeah.
and hold on one second, y'all. Let me bring in, you know what? Let me go to another scene here. Hold on. Let me get everybody up on the stage real quick. All right. All right. So let me see here.
You
All
know,
right.
Doug driving the cab today. The Wi-Fi ain't working too good.
He threatened the cab. Damn. Hey, Pastor. Let me see. Panthers Hope podcast. We got
Yeah.
oh, he
No, he
got
didn't.
the book with him.
I know he
He got the
didn't.
book with him.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. It's time to preach. It's
Is,
time
is
to
that
preach.
is that the King? Is that the King Panther version?
Well, yes, sir.
Wow, not the King Panther version.
It say, and on this day, Bryce Young became King Bryce, and everybody who hated on him bowed down and said, "Yeah, PPP, 2 fans in the stands." And see, Dougie, you was right. Amen. That's what it says.
Boy.
Hey, look, preach,
Boy.
boy, preach.
Hold on. Wait.
Thank you.
Oh God.
What's going on,
Yo.
fellas?
Hey,
How you doing, man?
Oh,
PPP.
I mean, I'm doing
Tell,
good, man.
tell us what you thought about the game, but start with that first drive. What did you think about that first drive with Bryce and the ones?
Yeah, man. The only thing I can say is protection.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Young
Right.
had time in the pocket, and this is the one thing that I said this year. If you give Bryce Young time in the pocket, great things will happen. And the only
Facts.
2 games that I can reference was the Atlanta game and also the Green Bay game, where he had time to put together a drive to get us in the field goal range. And people kept saying, "Well, PPP, that's only two games, only 2 games." But the one thing you could take away from the 2 games is the common factor. He had time in the pocket. He was able to scan the field, look at his reads, get the ball out. And that's what you want from your quarterback. So I would say protection. The other thing, man, poise. I mean, listen.
There you go.
Moten,
There you go.
Icky, I watched that drive multiple times. And let me talk about the new guy we got, Robert Hunt. Big wall. I mean, I watched him on that drive. He held concrete.
Big wide body bends.
Yeah, man. Held the guy right there, man. And you know, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, PPP, it's the twos," and I mean, it was some starters out there, but it was twos, man. And all, listen, man.
Hey, Prime,
Go ahead.
can I interject to help you with that point right there? Let me read the super chat first. Hey, Nervash, thank you again for another $5.
Appreciate you,
I think
Nervash.
most Bryce haters would just become regular fans if he proves everyone wrong. Either that or disappear, I guess. Well, you know, we hope y'all disappear. You know, we love the good and the bad. But what I was going to say, PPP, when you was talking about versus the ones and the twos, my thing is this. Okay, my thing is this. The Panther starters went out against the Bills second unit.
I gotta show this.
Yeah.
I gotta show this to CJ. I got you. He said
Oh,
go going through it.
hey, well, hey. Hey, you know
We
what?
said, what happened now?
Said go on going through it on Black Cat Panther Pod.
Well,
Hey, shout out to my boys over there. I love them to death over there, man. I love them to death.
It's a lot of Panthers content creators going through it right now, man. They, you know, it's almost like this. We're gonna talk about a little Bible again. It's almost like this. You know, the Bible says in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4, the hero Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Yet you have the Trinitarian doctrine that says that there's three gods. And the people, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, couldn't understand how God could be in heaven and in earth at the same time. They can't understand how Bryce Young is doing what he's doing right now, 1 year removed from a 2-15 season. They can't ponder it. They need to get understanding. And guess what, my brothers? We have the understanding here. Why? Because we was at training camp. So we got the understanding.
God, I've got to put the organ sound in here at some point. I got to put the organ sound in here at some point. But to add on to what you was talking about though, everybody was talking about, they're going against the twos. But my thing is, what should our number ones do against Buffalo's number twos? They did exactly what they should have done. They took the drive, they took it straight down the damn field and went in the end zone.
Yes, sir.
I mean, mind you, it took a fourth down to get there, but I mean, hell, they got it done.
Yeah.
So, but man.
Bryce was 6 for 8 for 70 yards and 1 touchdown on that drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I guess for most Panther fans, I'll say for all Panther fans, the one thing that they wanted to see was what type of play calling was going to be used with Bryce on the field. Like we seen play calling with, the backups and everybody else through the preseason. But what was it going to look like with Bryce in the game? And hey man, listen, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw some things today from Dave Canales that I didn't even see on some of the tape that I went back and watched of him in Tampa last year. Like I actually believe that I saw some of that Alabama offense, the RPO system that Bryce ran in Alabama. I saw some of that today. And brother, let me tell you something. It looked good. Bryce looked confident. He looked cool under pressure. He looked like he knew that offense and had it down pat. He just looked real comfortable out there. And given the fact that he didn't have not only his first string center, but the second string center, didn't have his starting left guard, had Chandler Zavala, which he probably still have a little PTSD when Chandler Zavala was in there last year. But to his credit, like we said, to his credit, he stepped up to the plate, man, and held his own. So everything that you guys have witnessed through training camp and doing the joint practices and stuff, we actually saw it, for me, I actually saw it live in living color in this preseason game. So, hey, hats off to the offensive line, the backups, even some of the guys that came in, like Ike Bodiger, but however you say his name, I think he's going to make the roster number 67. I think that's his number. Hey, Andrew Rain looked pretty good at the center position. I got to give him
He held
props.
his own.
So, yeah. So, hey, man. So, yeah, these cuts ain't gonna be easy. These cuts are not gonna be easy.
Hey, and real quick, hey, Nervash again, man. Thank you for another $5 super chat. He said the Bills number twos probably aren't scrubs; they're a perennial playoff team. Yeah, you gotta take that into consideration
that's
too
true.
as well.
We appreciate that,
Antonio,
Nervash.
what's going on, big dog? How you doing? Yes, thank
What's
you,
going on,
Nervash. We
Antonio?
appreciate you.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
but go ahead.
I'm gonna say this real quick, then I gotta go. But man, I'm
All
not
right.
gonna lie. This right here was actually what the Panthers needed. I'm not gonna lie. Jack Plummer looked good as well. But I
was
think
just about to say that.
Jack Plummer looked good.
Bad as I don't want to say it.
Yeah, he looked good today. But guess what? I think this was a spark from Bryce Young. Because what Plummer could not do in 7 quarters, Bryce Young did in 1 series, putting a 70-yard touchdown drive together with a 4th down conversion, and that momentum carried over into the Plummer series. It was a little slow start, a couple high balls, but for the most part, he did his thing. Jalen Coker, I think, is solidified on this team, man, as the last wide receiver to get in, man. Not too sure what's up with Amir Smith-Marset and his injury. I think he did come back into the onto the sideline after leaving for
Yeah,
the
he came
locker
back on
room.
sideline, but he didn't come back in the game because they
Yeah,
took his
yeah,
helmet
Yeah,
away.
he got rolled.
Yeah.
Ankle got rolled up on the tackle.
And
Yeah.
TMJ looked like he was being walked to the concussion protocol tent.
Right. So
Yeah.
all in all, the one thing that I want to see was us perform well and then come out of here with no injuries. And I think we did that. I think we did that for the most part. So I'm grateful. But guys, gotta
Yeah.
go. Thank you so much for letting me come on and
Anytime,
speak real quick,
PPP.
man. Absolutely, man. Y'all
Anytime,
have a
my
good
guy.
one.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Absolutely.
All right,
Appreciate you.
man.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but yeah, man. Hey, and look at what's up, Rock Jones? He said Ram
What's up,
making the
Rock?
53. I would not be mad at Andrew Ram making the 53 because
I hope
like
so.
I said, we got Austin Corbett. And and I didn't know that he was the center for the Rams the year they won the Super Bowl in the preseason. But then somebody else
Who?
came back off of Corbett.
Austin Corbett.
Yeah, he said that
Yeah.
in one of them interviews. He said he was going into that year, playing center in preseason. Somebody else came back
Yeah.
and then he moved back in guard. But even still, though, I feel better with Andrew Ram as the backup right now than I would, because Cade Mays didn't play. I think Cade Mays might be at risk of not making the roster in general. Okay. He just might be. So, and I think he's hurt. And then I think Brady Christensen would be the backup. So, like I said, if they keep Ram, I'm not mad at it. Go ahead, Tony.
No, not to cut you up. I want to say we know we definitely gonna get into those roster cuts and stuff like that to tomorrow. So I don't want to talk too much about it today. But tonight, hey, it was a good look. It was a good look. It was a good warm up for the first regular season game, which is 2 weeks away. So those guys still got another 2 weeks to tighten down on some things. These new guys that's going to come in that they're probably going to claim a few guys off waivers. They're going to have time to get acclimated to the team, to the scheme, whether it's offensively or defensively. And yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, it just I saw some things today that I didn't see in the first game. I missed the second game. But tonight, hey, it gave me it made me a little excited. I ain't gonna lie, especially that first drive. That was the most important thing. I wanted to see how Bryce was gonna operate in this offense. And then once I realized that they was running a RPO style offense, I was like, oh, okay. So he taking Bryce basically back to college.
Yeah.
And not reinventing him, but just polishing him. You know what I'm saying? And throwing more wrinkles into the arsenal. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I was just saying, like, if you look at some of the formations, you had four wide, they went in tight formation. It was just it was just different. I can't wait to look at the all 22 because my dumb ass didn't realize that the NFL had put the all 22 out for the preseason games. Because I promise you, did not realize that until yesterday.
I didn't know that neither.
Because I promise you, I would have done a couple videos with some all 22 film by now, because I know last year it was just the replays and that was it. There was no all 22 film. But I think I definitely may do something this week coming up, and we'll take a look.
Well, let's do that. I was just thinking.
Yeah. We'll take a look back at some of them formations. We could compare it, to this year, versus last year and whatnot. But I did want to go back to Jeff R's comment. He said a lot of people don't realize the Bills were playing some of their starters on defense the first two series. That Bryce moved that ball no problem. Yep.
Yeah.
Football versus showcase. Sam Pinckney, 1 target, 1 catch. Wish we could have seen more. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I wish we could have seen more from Sam.
Hoping. Go ahead, CJ. My bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I was hoping that we was gonna see him at the start of the second half. I kind of didn't think he was gonna get in there in the first half, but at least the start of the second half. But we didn't see him until the fourth quarter, and he did have that one. I think it was like 5 or 10 yard out on the sideline. He kind of caught like on his hip, but yeah. So, hey,
very least, I hope he does clear waivers, and I hope the Panthers can bring him back. But if he
Yeah.
doesn't clear waivers and he's picked up by another team, hey, Sam, we wish you all the best. Just like we wish everybody else. If you don't make the team,
Yeah.
we wish you the best. We hope you get picked up by somebody or still have an opportunity. But if he does get cut, I would love for him to make it back to the Panthers practice squad. And Red Species said, "Come on, bro. Plummer didn't play with the ones the first 2 games. Got to put it into perspective." Yeah, no, we gave Plummer his we giving him his flowers today. He looked good today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
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 looked good today.
he look he showed
Tony
some
having a hard
flashes.
time over there.
No, he showed some flashes because I mean, if like you said, if we want to put it in perspective, we want to keep it real. There were some
Hmm.
throws that you would have lost your mind if we was playing against the ones. Those would easily have been interceptions, easily.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There was one where he should have put a little bit more air on the ball, where he tried to hit TMJ in the end zone, and
Hmm.
the cornerback for Buffalo, the ball went through his hands. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yes,
Hmm.
putting it in perspective, he doesn't decide um who he goes up against. So what he
Hmm.
did put on tape today was better than I thought he was going to do. To be honest, I'm just
Yeah.
going to keep it all the way real with you. So yeah, I thought he played better than what I expected, but that's as far as I'm willing to go with on
Yeah.
that.
Hey, but and I would say this too, and I would try and give Plum a little bit more credit. I don't think the playbook was as open to him as it was today as well too. I don't. This is just
Yeah.
my from my perspective. I don't think we saw all of this in the first 2 preseason games. Now, mind you, the first half of the New England game was in the rain. Okay, but I do think that they actually opened the playbook up a little bit more today. I mean, shoot, and then I was gonna say, look at Jalen Coker, but hell, Jalen Coker just ran a damn go route. Let me say, he made a stutter
Yes.
step, pushed my man
Yeah.
hand down, and
Yeah.
took the hell off. And I was like,
Perfect
oh,
technique. Perfect
yeah.
technique.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect
Yep.
technique. Yeah.
Marcos Cash, what's going on? How you doing?
What up, Marcos?
Dylan said we beating the Saints week 1. Hey, hey, pump your brakes, pump your brakes, pump your brakes, pump your brakes. Okay, hey, I think we have a reason to have a little bit of hope, but I will talk my shit about the Saints if and when we beat them. Okay, but I feel
Yeah.
you, Dylan. I feel you. Rod Jones said my dog XL better hit the jug machine. Man, let me tell
Hey,
you.
listen.
Hold on. Okay. So I may have missed a couple plays. I was in the house and then I was coming out here and I had to do something. But did he get more than one target? Because the one target I saw, it hit him right in the
One
hands and
target,
dropped it. One target. Okay.
and
Gotcha.
that was it. That was
Gotcha.
it. That was a big disappointment, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big
Okay.
disappointment when you watch all throughout training camp and joint practices and stuff like that. Is the ball hitting him in his hand, he's snagging the ball out the air, stuff like that. And then in the game time situation, that's what you do. Yeah, I was
Mm-hmm.
disappointed, even though it was one catch. I mean,
Yeah.
one
One catch.
target. Yeah, I was disappointed in that.
Yeah. Palmetto Money said, I like the tight ends making plays. I think Bryce is going to cook with Johnson, Thielen, and Hubbard. I like Leggett, Marshall, and Coker as big body wide receivers. Shoot,
Mhm.
Jesper Horsted was our leading receiver. 2 catches, 63 yards. And right behind him was Jalen Coker, 3 for 55 and a touchdown. And then we had Terrace Marshall, who kind of had his own drive, basically got those 3 catches. And I love the move that he made on the touchdown. He caught the ball, and it was almost like he gave my man the shoulder to the outside, and then
Oh
twisted and
yeah,
went back inside,
yeah,
broke another tackle, and then tumbled into the end zone. So
yeah, yeah.
I like that as well. And now mind you, and again, we're going to have our roster prediction show tomorrow at 3 p.m. If y'all haven't heard yet, come over here and join us, Dave from PMP, Ben and Eric from the Keep Purring podcast. I got that right today, Tony. And we're going to have Ryan Smith from the Vault. Okay, they're going to join us
Yeah.
tomorrow at 3:00. We're going to do our roster predictions then. But okay, so now not to give anything away, but do you think who do you think today? Who do you think stock went up today as far as is being able to make the team? And let's stick on the offensive side of the ball for right now. Who you think stock went up?
I think TMJ stock went up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that there's a lot of people that are like 50-50 when it comes to TMJ. Me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I'm a TMJ fans, and I'm glad that he is getting the opportunity now, you know, to show what he can do. And we also keep in mind too, this is a contract year for him. So hey, it's all or nothing for him. Uh
Okay.
Jordan Matthews, the tight end, I think his stock has gone up. Oh, I can't say what I want to say. I'll say that for tomorrow. But yeah, I think Jordan Matthews stock is definitely up. Um, Andrew Rain, the center,
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
center. I think his stock actually went up just from what I saw today. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really caught. I didn't catch the last game, and I don't know what he's been doing during preseason and camp. CJ, you've been there, you've watched.
Mm-hmm.
But what I saw from him today, and and in game action, I like what I saw. Okay, out there
Okay.
with the ones. That's a lie. Never. But who else? Yeah, that's all I could think of right now. I think Chandler Zavala solidified
Mm-hmm.
him a spot on the roster.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah, that's all I could think of right now. Who do you
Okay.
think, CJ?
Let me tell you, I think that that wide receiver room is we gonna be sitting on pins and needles waiting on that one. But now Coker looked good. I think Jalen Coker looked good. He only had a couple catches, but it's that one route for me. Okay, now I don't know the stats on that defender, and I know he was probably second or third string, but I don't remember Coker's 40 time from the combine, or if he did a 40 at the combine. But I
I
don't
don't
I don't
think he
think it
did.
was I don't think it was blazing fast, but he gave that man a move
No.
and ran right past him. Ran right
That was
past him.
just technique. That was just
Yeah.
technique. He beat him with
Now,
technique.
I also say Jack Plummer. I also say his stock is up too. Now, mind you, they're probably going to keep two quarterbacks, Bryce and Andy Dalton, but we still have that emergency quarterback. If I'm not mistaken, that
Yeah,
emergency quarterback that we can have doesn't count against the 53-man roster. Both
correct,
starting quarterbacks have to be hurt before he can get into the game. And then if one of
correct.
the starting quarterbacks is able to return, they have to leave immediately. So, I do think his stock went up as far as that. And Marcos Cash, I like the comment here. He said linebacker coach Peter Hansen called the defense the first half, and defensive pass game coordinator Jonathan Cooley called the defense in the second half. OC Brad Izzet called the offense in the second half. Okay, got you,
Okay,
got you, got you,
okay.
got you, got you, got you. All right, but yeah, let
Team,
me
wait a minute.
see.
You see what Doug just put out there? TMJ is on the
What?
trade block, just reported via Panthers.
Wow. Oh, hey,
Hey,
well, let me tell you, things about to get saucy real quick. Let's talk
there's
about it, Tony.
probably
Talk about it. Talk
yeah.
about it.
There. Okay, so with TMJ, there was two things that could happen. He could be like audition. He could this preseason could have been the audition for 31 other teams. Like that's something that we always talk about. Is
Mm-hmm.
basically the preseason is used a lot for auditioning for 31 other teams when you're talking about the third string, fourth string players, undrafted free agents, guys that's on the fringe of making the team, especially if they're in the last year of their contract, looking for a better opportunity elsewhere. You
Mm-hmm.
always putting on for other teams. You always building your resume for the teams. So in the in the instance, this could be a case where even though we see or that we think that TMJ stock has risen, it may
Mm-hmm.
have risen to the point to where you may actually can trade him and get something for him instead of
Hey,
instead of just
yeah.
cutting and getting nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody calls Carolina and offered them a fifth, sixth, or seventh round pick for TMJ. Why not take it?
Hey, hey, and welcome, Nick. How you doing, big
What's up,
dog?
Nick?
What's going on?
What's up, brother? What's up? How y'all doing, man? Just came
Do,
in,
do,
I'm
show
doing
right.
y'all some love.
Hey,
my
we
fellow
appreciate you,
veteran.
man. We
I
appreciate you.
saw you mention that the other night on I forgot who live I tapped into. You was
Huh?
talking, but no PPP. I was like, oh, Nick a veteran too. So yeah, me too, my guy. Thank you
Yeah.
for your
I,
service.
I met Nick for the first time over on 704 Charlotte Bound show the other night. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
always, man.
they tried to paint you as the what the Brycest. You know,
They stay
I've
trying to pay. They
hey,
stay
I've
trying to pay his
officially
ass.
I've officially killed the name Bryce Sexual because Q and them or Black Cat, shout out to Q and them again. They called me a Bryce's after I got off the live one day. And I can't even lie. When I went back and watched it, I was at work. I fell out of my chair laughing. I was like, you know what? I said that's funny as hell. But Nick, before I'm gonna get your thought in a second. But Tony, remember the other live we had? I think it was early this week. Remember when I said something about TMJ? Like if he continues his success like he had in the joint practice, and somebody calls and
Right.
says, "Hey, we get such and such and so and so. Do you take it?" But in another breath, this may have been the plan the whole time. You never know. They could have been talking like, "Well, look here, dude. This is what we're gonna do. If you go out there and you shine, maybe we can trade you, get something for you." And that's just me throwing a wild assumption out there. But Nick,
I
go
mean,
ahead, brother, man.
Hey,
Nick calling bullshit.
look, no. I'm not. I ain't gonna call the bullshit on that, man. I mean, TMJ came out there. He was showing himself a little bit out here. I was actually laughing at your chat talking about talking about I got the grown man version of Tony's beard.
Yeah, Rock messing with me. Hey,
Oh,
dog.
hey,
That's what.
It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning where I'm at, man. I'm gonna look how I
hey,
want to look.
hey,
Yeah.
shout out to both of y'all because I'm just gonna sit back on that one and not say shit.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
But yeah, man. So one obviously I like the way that Bryce looked out there. Bryce did look a
Mhm.
little he looked more comfortable in the pocket than he did last year. I can say that. I ain't gonna say he
Speak
was
about it.
I ain't gonna say that it was a great showing. Obviously it's not enough to say that he's doing better, but he did look
Mhm.
Right.
well more comfortable, and Jack actually looked like Jack got himself a job, bro. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, Andy might want to check his pockets in a little while.
Yeah.
Jack looked like he was trying to take that man's
Mhm.
job, man.
Ooh,
Hey,
I
but
think
hey,
that's a
this
stretch. That's a
last.
stretch right there, Nick. I think that's a stretch
But you
right
know
there.
what? He finally showed something. He played like he had something on the line, and that
Yeah,
something on the line was his damn job.
he was slinging
Hey,
it. Hey,
Yeah.
he was
hey,
slinging it.
that's enough to get him on the practice squad. That is not enough to make him QB2.
I don't know. So look, I don't know how y'all's philosophy is about this whole practice squad thing. I think that the way that they have changed the rules, I don't think he goes to the
Mhm.
practice squad. I think he might stay up.
I think what it is, I
Plumber.
think is QB3, the third quarterback, is a practice squad player, but you can call him up each game as an emergency quarterback, and he
Okay.
won't count against the 53-man
Gotcha.
roster unless
Okay. So
Bryce
okay.
and Andy Dalton go down and
Is it
he
a
has to step
protected?
into
Is
the
it a
game.
protected? Is it a protected position though?
Mm.
Now that I'm not sure.
That is
I'm
that's
not
that's
sure.
the issue for me right now because
Yeah,
Jake showed a lot more than some of these other backups did this
Mm.
job. So I don't know if it's a safe issue to put him on the what you call it. Unless it's a protected. If it's a protected, because there's four protected slots. If they're gonna put him on
Mhm.
one of the
right.
four protected slots, then okay. But
Yeah,
I actually like the way that Jake played. I'm glad we got out of there with no injuries because people
Yeah,
would have
fact.
been coming. People would have been coming for Canales' head if somebody had got hurt.
bro, for
Um,
real,
Fact.
for real.
um, yeah. So that was one thing I'm glad that we got out of there with, and then I'm glad that I'm glad I'm glad Bryce looked comfortable in the pocket.
Mhm.
He did get out of there one time, but when he got out of there with a plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
he did.
So,
But
Yes, he did.
who was it? Who was it? Steve Smith mentioned, and he was like, he said Bryce stepped back in the pocket, and he was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, going through all his reads. He had
yeah,
time to get through his reads, and
He
if
had
it
time.
wasn't
Yeah.
there, if it wasn't there, then
He
he
took it.
had
Yeah.
he could then formulate another plan.
You know what? One thing I did see that he did
You know what?
not do
One thing I
last
did
year.
see that he did not
Oh,
do
hold
last
on,
year.
my bad. Hey,
Yeah.
Doug, you can hear me, man. You reverbing, dog. We hearing ourselves. Okay, he gone.
Yeah. So one thing I did see is that you saw when he evacuated the pocket, you saw he keep his head down the field. He kept his
Yeah.
head down the field. He was waiting to strike rather than trying
Yeah.
to just get out the pocket.
Yep.
Okay.
Wally, what's up,
Wally.
big
What's
dog?
up, man?
How
Wally.
you doing, brother?
I'm doing good,
Hey,
man. What's up now?
Nick, that's another fellow veteran right there of ours.
Where at?
Yeah.
Where he in Germany right now?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's in
sir.
Germany
Yes,
right now.
What,
sir.
what part?
Wiesbaden.
Okay, yeah. The last time there we was in Stuttgart.
Okay, that's about
Yeah.
2 hours
So
away. Yeah.
should
Hey,
I
but
just leave here? I feel like I'm the
Nah,
square peg in the round hole now. Should I just let
nah,
y'all
you
let me
good.
stop?
hey man, we cool with the normal people too.
Yeah. Where you go? Oh, he
Oh
crazy.
no,
Took
he just
himself off.
dumped. He
He kicked
dipped.
himself off.
Nah, man. What's going on, Wally?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Enjoyed the game. Surprising. We look like a competent football team. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. If we can
Um.
be a
Well, what?
competent football team this whole season, I'm
Oh
happy
yeah.
with the season.
My
Hey.
bad,
Yep.
y'all.
Well, what did you think? What did you think about that first drive with Bryce?
He looked pretty comfortable. It just, I think he needs to speed up his clock a little bit though, cause if you're playing against ones,
Mm-hmm.
the hesitation he has it's gonna haunt us. But other than that, it looked good. The play design was good. The blocking was good. I other than him speeding his clock up a little bit, that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Wally, you just
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
give him straight props and let it be, could you?
You know he
While
can't.
Wally had to come in here with the
You know.
No, it's the truth. Am
Well,
I wrong?
see,
hey, look, hold on. Wally got that classic stand. He leaning on the counter like, "Hey there, youngster. First of all, let me tell you something, there, young whippersnapper.
You wrong for that. You wrong for that.
I'm
Listen,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
oh God.
hey, look. Wally, right? I mean, you got to speed that clock up, and then I did. I'm gonna say, look, I like the way that the pocket developed. Icky
Yeah.
took his man out around him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
so even I'm not even looking for Icky. Everybody don't realize, man, Icky does not have to be perfect.
Mm.
Icky just needs to
Right.
make if he can force his person to go around him instead of going
Yes.
And then
spinning to
run
his
the
Inside.
hip up.
because his inside
Run
is
the
the
hoop.
issue.
Yep.
Yes.
Run the hoop.
Yeah. But you know what though? And I will add on to that, Nick. I will say this too. Last year, and I always tell people, Icky caught a lot of flack. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Taylor Moton was, probably a few seconds away on a lot of plays from catching the same flack. Because if you look at it, Icky's man would get there about a half a second before Moton's
Before.
man, and then you see this what's supposed to be our guards and center. They're 4 yards past their defenders that are in Bryce's face, so he has
Yep.
nowhere to step up into. And
Yeah.
I think somebody got at me about that one time, and I was like,
Yep.
man, let me tell you, I said it was just the fact that on a lot of plays, Icky let his guy get past him quicker than Moton's guy because they damn near showed up back there at the same time.
It
It's just
wasn't.
that
It
Icky got
wasn't. It wasn't just Icky, but the issue is
yeah,
this. I've tried to tell people, man, if you don't know, shorter quarterbacks thrive if the inside of the pocket is clean.
There you
yeah,
go.
Say it again.
facts.
Say it
Because
again. Nick.
they do. The shorter quarterbacks thrive if the inside of the pocket is clean. I was like, man, the issue was it the fact that I was like, you may think that Icky was bad. Icky did give up a lot of sacks last year,
Mm-hmm.
but Icky wasn't as bad as what you would have. He would have
Right.
if the inside of our pocket had been good. What he did would have been more than acceptable because
Yeah,
Bryce would have at least been able to give
Step
him
up.
the opportunity to push
yeah,
Up
the
the
dude
field.
around him
Yeah.
Yeah.
so he could step
yeah.
up and exit the pocket in between
Mm-hmm.
him and the guard.
And
because a
that's
lot of
what
times
Sam
he was
Donald
doing
did.
that. But Bryce, by the time he got to the point where he was pushing his man, trying to push him down, hell, Bryce was standing right there. All the man had to do was reach up and grab him.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah.
people are gonna have to. We're gonna have to be. We can't have too many overreactions this year because
Mm-hmm.
it's not going
Facts.
to be. If you think it is going to be a season where we're gonna come out here and we're gonna blow teams out and all that kind of
No.
stuff, it's not. It's
Mm-mm.
not that season, man. We need to, as a fan base, we need to evaluate the way that Bryce is going to play. Is he gonna be a player that we can work with, or is he gonna be a player that we gotta we gotta get rid of this next year? But
Yeah.
but you gotta give him the opportunity to grow into that, man. I just don't wanna like I tell people, I'm not for Bryce, I'm not against Bryce. I just don't give up on a player in 1 year. Come on now, man. That dude
You a
in
Panther fan,
in
Nick?
hey look, tell these in this look for all of y'all this veterans, y'all know as well as I know. Do y'all want to go to war with some trash leadership?
No.
Nah.
No, sir.
Mm-mm.
No.
That
Who-
there
No.
ain't no such thing. Do we want to? I ain't going.
There you go.
Hey, listen, I'm ready to
Matter
go
of
to
fact,
the
I
bridge.
take over. I got you. I take over.
Listen,
You step to the
listen.
side. I got you.
Don't nobody
Yeah.
want to go out there, go outside the wire with the dude who's scared, the dude who wants to shoot somebody,
Oh no.
Mm.
or
Overconfident.
the dude who just can't make no decisions himself.
Facts.
My
Yeah.
one time, man, and I was like, man, you got to realize Bryce went into a live fire exercise with I mean, it was a show. It was a circus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so
Come
some
on
of
with
that
it, Wiley.
though, and we
All right.
talked
Oh,
about
let
this.
me get in
Go ahead.
position. Come on, Wiley. Come on.
All right. So some of that though, and we talked about this a few, when I was on the show last. Some of that though with Icky, you got to see who you playing with, and you see the guy push. If you actually watch the film when Sam Donald was there, Icky
Mm.
had the same problem. He ain't got no foot speed. He would push the guy up the field. The problem I had with Bryce was, and the guards, well, you're right. He didn't have a lot to
Mm.
step up, but when he did have the opportunity to step up, it was like he was shell shocked. It's like
Yeah.
he had got too far. I mean, I guess he got hit too
Hey,
many
hey,
times.
hey,
Go ahead,
Wale,
Nick.
Hey.
you be shell shocked too if somebody hit your ass 62 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nick,
Hey,
Nick,
look, my was the
I told him.
I was trying to tell these people go look at all of the still photos of three dudes coming up the center of the field, not coming up,
The Saints
not
Yeah,
coming.
yeah,
game.
yeah,
The
yeah. I know.
Saints game. I know exactly what game
hey,
you talking
I
about.
was
The
like, man,
Saints
don't
game.
steal. I was like, he snapped the ball, and there are two dudes in the backfield the
Yes.
moment he gets the ball in his hands. So don't
Mm-hmm.
do.
Bradley Bozeman like this.
hey, Nick, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Vietnam, I don't think Nick was talking about Canals and Morgan. I think he was talking about Frank Wright and those
Frank
Yes.
and
boys
the rest
last
of them.
year
Yeah.
with
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
their
Last year.
bad leadership. I don't think he's saying about Canales as Morgan. I see
Yeah. I'm not
Vietnam
talking
about
about.
to have
I'm
a
not talking
damn
about the con.
conundrum
We
over
talking
there.
about last year. We talking about last
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Last year, Vietnam. Yeah.
Yeah.
year.
All
Fed
right.
Yeah.
now, huh?
Vietnam going off.
Yeah.
Fed now got to be. Hey, Fed now got to be a vet too.
Yeah. He got that PTSD going, baby. He's like, come on. We
Hey.
can't go back.
Look at us. I said, well, he's in chat going off, boy.
Yeah,
Hey.
and it's cool, man. I love the.
Uh,
I'm hoping right now. Even if I'm not about to do what some of these fans doing. Some of these people who are so far with Bryce, they like, yeah, we're
Jumping
gonna
out the
get 10
window.
wins. 10 wins this year. I was like, I'm not with that. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not
yeah, I
looking
don't
for a
understand that.
10-win season. I'm looking for a trajectory that is pointing upwards, not a trajectory
Yeah.
that is pointing
Improvements.
down. If
Right.
he can
Mm-hmm.
Right.
if he can deliver look, I've already gave this unpopular opinion several times. Bryce, if he is going to be good, he is going to be a game manager. He is not going to be a game-changing quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree
people
with
get
that.
confused. People get confused that I'm trying to disrespect this man. What I'm
No.
trying to say is that y'all are looking for these individuals that are like Patrick Mahomes.
That ain't
And
him.
they don't come very often. You looking for an individual that's like freaking Cam Newton? That was a freak of nature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look, if we actually look at it, from when Cam came in the league until we got Lamar Jackson, who is now probably one of the most successful running quarterbacks in NFL history. When that was a long time into, because remember RG3 was in between there, and what happened to him? Sent him right back
Hey,
home quick.
now
Yep.
let me ask you this, Nick. Let me ask you this. So, if Bryce can come out and be a game manager this year, do you think that there is a chance for him to evolve past a game manager, or is that your ceiling for him?
Ooh.
I think everybody hates when you bring Tom Brady up into this what you call it. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, Tom Brady wasn't somebody who changed the game for you. Tom Brady was somebody who delivered the ball to somebody to the guys on time every single time in with some trajectory on it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not saying that to but Tom Brady at the end of the day, if you look at it from the point of the way that Cam
Mm-hmm.
painted it,
Yeah.
Tom Brady is an elite game manager.
Oh.
Elite,
Ooh.
elite game manager.
Ooh. Okay.
You heard that?
All right. All right.
I'm going to mute my mic and let y'all have this
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Let me go ahead
We
and
got
turn
some
this off so when
blasphemy
they
going
clip
on.
this, they ain't gonna see my face.
Golly.
Ooh, boy. Hey,
Hey,
that's a
hey, I
statement
got a
right there, dog.
I got a
Go
question.
ahead, Doug.
Hey, CJ and Tony. Hey, have y'all talked about TMJ? I don't know if you saw my
Oh,
message to
here we go with
CJ.
this. Here we go. Here you come over here with this TMJ thing. TMJ
What
might be
about it?
on TMJ might be on
I
a
mean,
package on the
if
way out the
hold
door.
on, Nick, hold on, Nick, hold
No.
on, Nick. No, hold on, Nick. If the Panthers said it, why is it a thing? If the Panthers came out and said that he on the trade block?
Yeah,
Look, they
he did.
officially letting
Yeah,
everybody know. Yeah.
Joe Person and all those guys
So
have
that's what I'm
been
saying.
reported on
It's
Twitter.
nothing I said. The Panthers are putting him on the
It's
trade block. So that
it's a
definitely means
crowded.
Jalen Coker made the team.
Unfortunately, we have a problem that we didn't have last year. We have a problem. We got a crowded wide receiver room,
Boy,
and we
don't
got
we?
Yeah, but
we got some rookies that stepped up. Jalen Croker.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Coker, yeah.
Croker. Mingo stepped up. TMJ stepped up. Uh, then you got to look at the ones we know gonna stay. We know Legette's gonna stay there. We know Thielen's
Mm-hmm.
gonna stay there. We know
Mm-hmm.
Deontay Johnson gonna stay there.
Yeah.
yeah,
It,
but
Hey, but
so
I'm a put. Go ahead,
let me
CJ.
ask y'all this though. Let me ask y'all this. Now we have a crowded wide receiver room, but how confident are y'all that the Panthers will keep the right receivers?
oh.
Well, I was gonna say this. It's a good
Go ahead,
problem to
Doug.
have because you have the number one waiver wire claim that anybody can
Mm,
cut.
yeah.
And shout out to CJ and Tony. They're gonna talk about the 53-man roster on tomorrow. Literally, the work starts now. Like
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
we
was
doing
telling
it,
CJ,
and we talking
they're
about it
already
tomorrow
taking
too.
calls.
Not
Yeah,
tomorrow,
they're
Monday.
look at you, Nick. You throwing my thought. You throwing my train of thought off, man.
Yeah.
Look, what I'm saying is, Dan Morgan has already started making calls now before the game ended. And
Yeah,
now with the
Mm,
reports coming out where it's actually reported that they're trading TMJ, that was a report during the
Yeah.
offseason when he was killing it saying, hey, TMJ might not make it. Then if you look at this DN room, this DN room is not complete. Then you look at the corner room, if there are certain corners that come out, they're going to look at corners as well. So it's a good problem to have that you had the number one claim spot for the waiver wire, and then number two, that you have good problems that you did not have for this roster for the past 4 to 5 years.
Okay, I have a
yeah.
question.
Hey,
Now,
QJ, you a fool for that one, man.
it
Appreciate the comment.
is is TMJ the right receiver to trade? I'm me personally,
Mm,
yeah.
between him and Mingo, get rid of Mingo. They're the same
mm.
player. They're the same
I
player,
give I
but
give you that.
they're the
I give
same
you that.
player, but Mingo
Wally, that's a
Mingo
good
don't
point.
have the
Boy,
development
So
that TMJ has.
I'm
this is
glad you
the this
said
is
that,
the
Wiley.
I want to rebut that one right there.
Go
Go
So
ahead.
ahead, Nick.
I would 100% agree with you if Mingo didn't have 3 years left on his rookie contract.
That's another fact too.
Mm,
Mhm.
That's a fact because of the money. The
Mhm.
money. Nick,
The
Nick, Nick is a
money.
money guy. I
See,
understand where he's going with that. That's a fact.
If we keep TMJ right now, next year we either got to pay him Or we gotta
That's
let
a
him
fact.
walk.
That's a fact.
Well,
Yeah,
how
That's
but
a
you
much?
got
fact.
to.
But how much you talking about paying? But then you also have to keep in mind too. Emir Smith Marset got hurt tonight, so
Mm-hmm.
a
I mean,
lot of
but you
people
Yeah.
got
that felt
Jalen
like
Coker. That's I mean,
I know,
you still Trey and you got
I
John
know that,
Mechie.
but
John Mechie's about to
I'm
be
talking
cut.
about. Yeah, but with Emir Smith Marset, a lot of people were talking about his value on special teams. Where now that value is hurt. So now you have an opportunity to either now you still look. Let me say it again. Now you looking at the opportunity of keeping Raheem Blackshear more now because that's your only other true uh special teams threat in the kickoff or return game. So I'm
But
saying we now you talking about coming back to the wide receivers. Like I said, a lot of people was talking about keeping Emir Smith Marset because of his special team value. Well,
Uh,
now he's hurt. We don't know the
Mm-hmm.
severity of his injury, but he wasn't able to come back into the game. These are roster cuts. They don't have the luxury of making these cuts
did he get up?
1
Did he get
week.
up and walk off the field on his own?
he walked off the field. Can I just make this point? And this is no shade at Tony. If you weren't at practice, you didn't see this. Blackshear didn't get any reps. Mike Boone was getting punt return reps and kickoff reps, but Raheem Blackshear was standing on the sideline. So they're
Mm.
experimenting with players that's actually getting reps in the running back and the return game. I understand that we want these one trick ponies where he can return kicks, but can he run the ball? Can he actually play wide receiver and do kickoff return?
Mm.
That's where that's the part that just irritates me as a Panther fan
I
that
mean,
we want
well, if
these
Boone was
well
getting
Well,
if
what,
Boone
what,
was
what,
Boone was
what,
getting
getting kickoff and
hold on,
Boone
Nick.
was
Hold
Hold,
on,
getting
hold on,
one
hold
at
on.
a
kickoff.
time, y'all. Finish your thought, Doug. Finish your thought.
Go
Finish your
ahead.
thought.
Boone was getting kickoff and punt return reps at practice. I seen it. I seen it. Blackshear
Okay,
was standing right there
okay,
beside him and not getting running back or kickoff return. And Raheem Blackshear was standing right beside him the whole time during practice.
okay.
Yeah.
So
It's weird that we ain't seen Blackshear in the game either.
Mm-mm.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I mean that's weird. Okay, that's weird. Cool. Um, what Boom getting it in practice, preseason, joint practice, whatever. I'm going off of what Raheem Blackshear has done in a
For you
game during the regular.
last year, right?
It doesn't
Difficult
Let,
from
matter.
let,
yeah.
let him
That's
finish,
his
Doug. Let him get his
resume,
thought
though,
out.
Doug.
Okay.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying I'm right nor wrong. I'm going off his resume. His resume, he was top 3 in the league last year in kickoff returns. That's what I'm saying. So I get y'all. Y'all want to say about who did what in training camp and practice. I'm talking about what he did in 17 games last year as a starter with the Panthers. Not only in the kickoff return game, he was the third running back.
And that's the
So
point that I'm making, Tony. He hasn't
so
done
what I'm
anything as a
saying is
running back.
he's more than a one trick pony. Doug, that's what I'm saying.
Only reason why I say he's a one trick pony with this coaching staff is he hasn't done anything. That's why I say he's a one trick pony in their mind.
Mm.
Again, when you have two
Mm,
different coaching staffs, and what's the one word that I use, Tony, is scheme, right? We talked
yeah.
about scheme on Wednesday. He may not be the running back for this particular scheme.
Yeah. The issue is this too. Look at this. I 100%. Now that you thought when you said that, I look at it like maybe Boone is going to be that fourth guy. But anyways, we know that they're going to carry at least 4 running backs. That is
Facts.
a
mm-hmm.
people keep saying they're going to carry 3. They are going to carry 4 because
Facts.
which call is not on the is coming back this year. Brooks is
He's gonna
coming
be on
Oh,
back
the
this
pup
Bucks,
year.
list.
yeah.
He's gonna be on the pup
Mm-hmm.
list, and you
He's
have to
going to be
count
on
that
the
towards
pup
the
list and he's
53-man
going to miss
roster.
like 4 games. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, he's going to already have taken a 53-man slot because you cannot put that man
No.
on the practice squad because that would be the dumbest move on the face of the
Yeah.
planet.
Oh, you talking about Jonathan
Mm-hmm.
Brooks? Jonathan
Yes.
Brooks is not getting
Yeah.
on. Again,
No.
one thing that I love that Tony and CJ are doing, they're going to talk about the 53-man roster, and even CJ pointed it out on Wednesday. When you put players on the 53-man roster and on the pup list, it counts towards your 53-man. So
Yes.
again, you're gonna have Chuba, you're gonna have Miles, you're gonna have Mike Boone. Again, I will come on here first on Tuesday if Mike Boone does not make it and Blackshear doesn't make it. That doesn't make sense to me because again, Blackshear didn't receive any snaps during training camp, throughout training camp. Not even when I was there. I had other people saying Blackshear ain't do nothing. Blackshear's not on kickoff. They had Mike Boone, they had David Moore, and they had ISM. Blackshear
Yeah.
wasn't getting any reps at all.
Yeah. The issue
Well,
is this too with looking at that from Doug. From Doug, looking at that, thinking about it now, is that even though Blackshear was clowned as the third running back last year, what did he really contribute to actually running the ball?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. So y'all are saying the same thing that I'm saying. Even if take Mike Boone and replace Blackshear with Mike Boone. What is
Hmm.
what is what is Boone going to contribute in the running game as a running back this year?
We don't know
Boom.
because the scheme is
Nothing.
different. That's why I said the scheme is different. If your coaches said we're
Hold
going
on,
to run
Doug.
the ball,
I hear you.
go ahead.
I don't even care what the scheme is. He would be the number 3 running back. He would be behind Chuba and Miles Sanders. They are going to get the lion's shares of the carries each and every game. It doesn't even matter what the scheme is. He is the third string running back. So as a third string running back, whether you're Blackshear or whether you're Boone, you have to have kickoff experience. You have to be able to do something besides run the ball. And all I'm saying is Raheem Blackshear has a resume of playing special teams. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's all
Okay.
I'm saying.
You right. Hey, can I point this out too, Tony? Because I'm surprised you ain't got on them yet. It's over 100 people watching. And before I was having trouble getting in, they ain't even got 50 likes. Man, what are y'all doing? It's not even 50 likes on
yeah.
YouTube.
Hit that
It's
like
over
button
100
for us,
people in here.
everybody.
Like the video. Like
Appreciate
the
you.
Y'all
video.
got to
I mean,
step
it's
on that
free.
thing, man.
It's free, man.
Yeah.
Again, it's over
So you
100 people in here. Over 100 people in here. At least get them to 60 likes.
Hey, look,
and
I've
At
been.
Yeah.
least get
Hey,
them to 60
and
hey,
likes.
Greatly
73
appreciate
people
it.
watching on Twitter. So if you would do us a favor, hit that follow button. It's free,
Mm-hmm.
won't cost you anything. So you always be aware whenever we go live and drop new content. We will be going live again tomorrow, talking about the 2024 Panthers predictions. So tune in tomorrow at 3 o'clock for that as well. And like C Dougie
hey,
said, hitting the subscribe button and hitting the
it's,
like button if you're on YouTube don't cost you a thing.
And
hey,
then
isn't
switch over. Twitter go to YouTube and YouTube go to Twitter.
Mm.
Fact.
Wait, say Nick.
I like that.
isn't what is it, 4 o'clock on Monday? They got to have the cut down
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday at 4
Tuesday.
o'clock.
4 o'clock. Yep.
Tuesday, so they got 2 days to make all these decisions.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
hey,
Hey,
Tony,
you
do
know
me a
what?
favor. Tony, can you refresh because I'm on the car. I had to come to the car because I had no reception. Somebody said refresh it. So where's it at now? The lights are at.
On what?
Oh, 61. 61.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Thank
61.
you.
Appreciate everybody.
Thank
Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
everybody.
Look,
Go
I've
ahead,
been
Yeah,
Nick.
saying
we
this, man.
appreciate it though.
This was a much easier process when they were doing it bit by bit. But to go but to
I'm reading
go
the
from
comment, Nick.
90
Nick,
to
I wasn't laughing
53,
at you. I was reading that comment. That's what I was laughing at. My bad, CJ. Nick, I'm totally sorry. I'm
that's good.
totally sorry,
Hey,
man.
Hey,
Cause I was
that's
laughing
what
Fed,
at that comment.
Vietnam on one tonight.
Hey,
No,
he
but
on
no,
you,
but do
Nick.
you blame him though? Do you blame him? Because again, everything that all these Bryce haters, now what can you say? One thing for people that were at training camp said you don't need to see Bryce. Now everybody's in shambles. Bryce looked decent. So now, oh, we need to really figure out how many ones were in the game, how many twos were in the game, how many threes were in the game. They're not going to give him credit. He went down the field, which he did not do in his first year with the Carolina Panthers last year, and go down the
Yeah.
field and score a touchdown in training camp. People won't give him any credit. It's always any criticism that they can give Bryce Young, they're going to give it to him. And if you look at the progress that he had, look at how it goes into year one to year two. You see it. We told you see it in practice. Nah, man, look. I'm
look,
so
look,
animated
Doug,
about
look,
it
Doug,
because it just don't make sense, though. It does
look,
not
Doug.
make sense.
Yeah, Doug. Come on
Hold
now,
on, Doug.
Doug.
I got
Doug.
something to say.
Hold on. What you mean, Wilder? Come on, what?
Hold on,
Doug.
Doug.
I
Let
watched the
me
game too, Doug. All I said is this, and I said it when you went on here, is the guy looked decent, but he was holding on the ball too long. He was
No, he
playing
was
it.
not. Wally, where? Please explain where he held onto the ball too long.
Boy,
Okay,
you done
we'll
made
see in the
Wilder
first
stand
game.
up.
We'll see. We'll
No,
see.
hey,
no, Wally, you just made a comment today
Mm-hmm.
at 5:12. Tell me where he held the ball on too long today.
I have
Hey,
to go back.
Hold on, Wilder. Before you answer that,
Go ahead.
Mr. Hunky Dory, appreciate the $5 super chat. He said I felt better about paying the $485 for Sunday ticket on YouTube after today's performance. Hey,
Thank
that's a fact,
Gosh.
Miss Hunky
Hey,
Door. Appreciate you,
hey,
I
big
hold
wish
on,
dog.
the hell I
hold on.
would.
What you doing in
Go
this
ahead,
room for
Wally.
Sunday?
All I'm
Huh?
saying is this, and there was like two or three plays. I'm trying to remember exactly plays because
So are you talking
Jake.
about on the fourth and three?
I'm trying to remember exactly
Uh
because
oh, here we go.
I really like way Plummer played better, but just me.
Get the okay. I'm done. I'm done. Is there
Dub.
anything else y'all need from
Hey,
me?
look,
Calm
Dub.
If
down,
y'all need
Doug.
They
anything else
they
from me, man,
attacking me. They attacking me because I said you've heard me say this multiple times. Multiple times. The all I said is I am not talking trash about Bryce.
No,
Bryce is with Bryce's physical attributes and skills. I've said you heard me say that he will probably be at best a game manager, and that's not
that's
me
no
being
problem. I said that
not
on y'all channel when I said that. What did I say? I said, what is wrong with a game manager that gives you what did I
and I
say?
ain't nothing.
250 yards. I said 250 yards every game and two touchdowns. You did the math for them. You said, "Duh, that's a 4,000 yard passer." Did you not say that?
Yes, and people think that I'm being disrespectful and I'm talking about him. I'm not talking about him. I'm saying I just want people to understand you are not going to have game changing
no,
players come out of every single draft.
no,
And
no.
and you're not in the look with the success rate at quarterbacks being what it is in the first round, for to get a game changing player is like a needle in a haystack.
And then Nick, hold on real quick. Can I point this out? Can you go back to that comment where Doping Note Life said it's third teamers? Tell me the third teamers. I'll wait. And if you point any third teamers out, I will literally cash app you right now. He played against ones and twos on his first drive. Give me a third teamer that he played against.
Yeah, Doug, though. Let's not
No,
jump
the
out the
only
window.
nah, Dougie.
Let's
The
not
only
jump
What's
out
up,
the
one that
Nick?
window.
what up,
Nick,
fellas?
only
Nah,
what?
the only one that was out there possibly was Kyrie Elam, Dougie.
Nick, it
Greg
doesn't matter. He didn't go against third
Russo,
teamers, Nick. Nick,
Russo.
he didn't
Nah,
go
nah, he
against
didn't go
third
against
teamers.
third teamers. He didn't go against
Okay,
third
so Nick,
teamers.
let me rephrase
But
my comment again. Like I
uh-huh.
was talking to Dolby Nightlife, I said, tell me a third teamer that he went against on that
Oh,
first drive.
he didn't go against no third teamer. He didn't go against no third teamer. He went against strictly the backups, second team guys.
That was my comment.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a fact. The third stringers was Jack Plummer in the second half. He was going against the third stringers. What's good though, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's
Man,
good, Nick? How
I ain't
you
about to
doing,
Pleasure
say
man? What
all
being
up,
on
that,
the
but
everybody?
show.
look,
Good looks for letting me
hey,
up. Much
Tony and
love.
Yes,
CJ,
sir.
Tony, I know it's past midnight, y'all. I'm about to go back over here to my aunt and them house and kick it. Only thing I gotta say is, what else y'all gotta complain about now? Everybody, again, y'all move the goalposts. Y'all said Bryce lovers move the goalposts. Now y'all moving goalposts when he goes down the first drive, which y'all wanted to see, and he scored a touchdown. So what's more goalposts are y'all gonna move for Bryce, where he has to meet expectations for y'all?
Now, all I'm saying is this before you go. Don't jump out the window because,
I'm not.
okay, you coming in just as hot as the other guys. You just don't realize it. I'm in the middle.
Wally, I would say Wally. The reason why I say this is because everybody was saying, and not you. People said Dave Canales isn't a good coach. Dave Canales' scheme doesn't
Oh,
look any different than Frank Wright. Then people said, oh, Bryce can't even, Bryce won't go down and score a touchdown against twos. Bryce can't do this. Bryce can't do that.
oh,
The
that's
only thing that
crazy.
I said, the only thing that I said that Bryce will look different is if his footwork looks better and we protect him, you're gonna see a different Bryce Young.
Oh, and
And
his
I stood on
footwork
that
definitely
even
looked
yeah,
good.
I stood on that even when you were up here. While you remember that day where you were in the park
Yep,
and we were
yep, yep,
talking about
yep.
it.
We
I
talked
said
about
that.
that footwork.
And
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I'm standing on. I'm not. I told him
Okay.
I'm deadline. I'm definitely deadline. But I'm saying you can't tell me you see the same Bryce from his rookie year
No,
that you see of this
he
year.
improved. He improved.
That's all I'm saying.
Nah, his
Yeah.
Again,
footwork
I
was
didn't even say.
luck.
Oh, I didn't even
His
say we're
per
gonna win 7 games. Only thing I said is I definitely want to see him show a different Bryce than what he did first year.
Improvements.
That's all I said.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm confident in 7 games, Dougie. I'm confident in 7 games. I know that may not sound like a lot, but me as a Panther fan, I'm only talking about me. I'm looking at it realistically. 2 to 7 is an improvement in itself. I'm gonna take that all day. You know what I mean? Obviously, if it's better, God willingly, I'll take that. But I think we could win in 7 games. 7 games is definitely attainable. And then the year after is the boom year, baby. We
And then I'll
coming.
tell you
Mm-hmm.
this, Tony.
Trust
Tony,
it.
I
Trust
apologize
it.
to
We
you, Tony.
coming, guys.
Tony, I owe you an
Okay.
apology because I made fun of Eddie Pinheiro And I will never say this man's name ever again. I don't care if he wins a game-winning kick every game or give us 3. Cut that man right now, and I don't be respectful
Hey,
to y'all
look,
channel. And
look,
I can
look,
really
look in
say
the
some
car.
words.
Look
I
in the
can really say
car.
some words right
Hey,
now. Cut that man. That's
don't
all I'm gonna
please
say.
please
uh,
don't get in the car started, y'all. Don't
Well,
don't
uh,
do,
no,
don't get in
but
the car
Tony, you
started.
remember why I asked you on Clay Channel? I said you got a 4th and 3. You kick it or you go for it. We went for it, right? We
Yeah,
scored a touchdown. But then he gets a
Hmm.
yeah.
field goal, and then he gets hurt on the side going kicking at the net.
So he
Is
he
that
got hurt on the extra point, or was it the?
No, he
no?
got hurt on the sideline, kicking on the side.
Oh, oh no, oh no. Where
Wow.
Mevis at? Where's Mevis? Bring back the thicker kicking.
But
I'll say it for
CJ,
you, Tony.
You remember what we said during that joint practice? You
The car is
Hmm.
smiling,
going
walking,
off.
asking people for autographs, and you didn't kick one
Yeah,
kick. One
yeah.
kick.
Hmm. Yep.
all
You
right,
you're
all
absolutely
right,
right.
Doug. Jesus.
Yeah, he
Oh
was
goodness.
he was skinning and grinning on the sideline. He was walking up with Johnny Hecker and JJ Jansen. You know, he was all out, you know, he was just laughing and grinning. I'm sitting there like, man, take your butt out there and kick some field goals,
Bro,
dog.
he was
And
grinning from
and
left
that
to
was
right,
after,
CJ.
yeah, that was after they cut Harrison Mevis. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he you know he think he in there now. I said, all right, bet. Well, I mean, I guess he was because they cut my man. So we'll see.
Look,
Well,
We'll
let
Panera
me
need
ask
to
see.
y'all,
cut. If he
fellas.
ain't cut by tomorrow, I'll be mad. If he's not cut by tomorrow, he needs to be cut ASAP.
Well, let me ask
Go
y'all,
ahead,
fellas,
Tony.
this. So, because I'm about damn tired of talking about Bryce now. What other
Mm.
positives did y'all take away from the game? Let's go on the defense side of the ball. Well, what did y'all think
Too many
about?
missed tackles. We got to do better with
Hold
tackling.
on, hold on, Doug. Let me finish my question, man.
Go ahead,
Oh
Tony.
Hey,
man.
you sent me a text earlier in capital letters. Relax. I'm about to send you that same text right back to you.
What did
Cause,
I see now? Now
cause
you
you
get
own,
mad
There go
because what did I
one.
tell you? Relax about.
okay,
Put the
cause you
context
own
in the
one,
sentence that I said. Relax.
bruh. You own one. It doesn't matter. You typed the word. I don't care what context it was in. You said relax.
Okay, I'm
All
out.
I'm
I gotta
saying,
go. I'm out.
all,
I'm out.
all I'm saying back to you, bro. Just relax.
Oh, he gone. He
Wow,
gone. All
wow. So
right, go
yeah,
ahead with your question, Tony.
yeah. So on the defensive side of the ball. What did you guys see that was a positive for Carolina? Me personally, I didn't see too many positives tonight. Those twos and threes, especially at the cornerback positions, was playing like dumpster juice trash.
Mm-hmm.
Poor tackling, taking poor angles. It didn't look good to me on the defense side of the ball in the second down. And I did like the play of the safeties. Nick Scott, I like the play of Jordan Fuller I think 1 or 2 series that he did play, but everybody else behind him, like we got a lot of questions to answer when it comes to that secondary, man.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Me personally, who said it? Hold on. Somebody said they need to be doing tackling drills until Austin said defense needs tackling
Yeah,
drills until Saints week. I agree with that.
fact.
I did not like how easy that the Bills ran the ball against our, most of our first team defense. Well, yeah, our first team defensive line excluding Clowney. Excluding Clowney. I did not like the way they ran the ball down the field in that first drive. But yeah, I mean, we got a few more sacks. DJ Johnson actually got some pressure, got to the quarterback, got him down. But other than that, they were pretty solid in the second half for a while. They gave up a couple scores late, but I think Evero will I think Evero will get them together. His
Yeah.
game plan might have been a little more vanilla than the offense this year.
What you think? Is Dick still there?
You still there, Nick?
He like he dropped off.
Oh,
I see
Okay.
him there,
well,
but I had a
Yeah.
problem. I had to come back in.
Go ahead, Wiley.
oh,
What
okay.
you think, buddy?
Yeah, so the running game, none of them really looked that good. Uh,
Mm.
Chuba did what he needed to do. Got his 5 yards
Oh
per
yeah.
per carry. He showed what he what he's about. But I don't know, man. The backups had a lot of carries, but they didn't really. If you look at the yards per carry, it wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand Boone been getting all the love, but I would go Blackshear myself.
Okay. All right. Hey, and real quick, Will Robinson again, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, number 2 positive. Our O line has some depth. Our linebacker and safety cores look good. You know what? And thank you for super chat again, Will. I will say this too. There was one play by Trevin Wallace. When I
Oh,
say I think his future looks bright, it was a swing pass to the running back, and it looked like he read that play before that running back got that ball, because as soon as that running back caught it, he beat the damn cornerback to him and made the tackle.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
He got good
So
instincts now. He
he
got good
he he,
instincts.
he has good
Oh,
instincts, and what I
oh, we
hope
got a
is
gem.
that yeah, and I hope that
We
Jewel
got.
and Thompson can stay healthy all year enough to mentor him and guide him to where if he's called upon next year, he'll be that much more ready to go. Now I do think
No,
if
no,
he
no.
does get thrust into it, might take him a little bit of time, but I think he'll be all right
Yeah,
I think he's
yeah.
gonna become the starter. Someone's gonna get replaced.
Oh,
this year or next year.
Yes, this year.
This year,
The
well,
okay.
kid's too good. The kid's too
Mm,
good. He just
okay.
pops, bro. The kid just pops. You know what I mean? When you talk eye test, this kid
Mm,
just pops, bro. He's just flying all over the place. He's like a kamikaze on the field.
yeah.
He's all over the
yeah,
place, bro.
yeah. But
But
I
but the one
understand that.
thing he needs to learn how to kind of control that too. Like
I
like Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly was
Yep.
all over the place, but it's like he had a plan before he took his next step.
I feel you,
And
but I'll tell
sometimes
you one thing. I'll tell you
go ahead,
one
Nick.
thing, bro. I'll tell you one thing. Trevin Wallace wouldn't have dropped that interception Shaq had both his hands on early in the game.
I
That one where
I thought he only got one ball on it.
Calebon,
On one hit.
The one where Calebon almost picked off. Shaq,
Yes.
Shaq dropped that. It hit him right in the hands, both his hands. Trevin Wallace makes that
Oh.
play. That's
Mm.
that to me was an important play because I look at that like Trevin comes away with that interception, and turnovers are a major key. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a
Hey,
good look for Shaq,
Hey, you
especially
sure,
hey,
Nick?
we
considering.
were
Yes, bro.
I thought he was running and he got one hand on it,
Nah,
and then
nah, nah. Look
Caleb
back.
dropped it.
Nah, look back at
Okay.
it. Shaq was in the air. He had both his hands on it, and then it just came out. And then Calebon almost made a. That was almost a spectacular interception by him. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was millimeters away from being incredible.
Mm.
But
Well,
yeah.
well, I don't disagree with
Okay.
you. Young man has talent. It's just I think a half a season of development didn't let him play
I
because Shaq could be
Mm-hmm.
gone next year.
feel like
but you know,
Trev would have made that pick.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
okay. But yeah, Shaq is injury prone too. So
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is if Shaq gets hurt again and miss significant time and Trevin Wallace steps in his place and
Oh
shows out, I don't think Shaq gonna get that position back, dog.
no.
He
I
might
don't
not,
think he'll get that position back.
because this is last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
yeah.
is last year for real. Either
Mm,
way.
gotcha.
Uh,
Gotcha.
so how
Okay.
so how do y'all feel about that cornerback position, man? I know the new guy that we just got from Seattle, Mike Jackson, didn't play tonight. Um, it looks like he's potentially going to be cornerback 2 in place of
Mm-hmm.
Dane Jackson. So what do y'all think about DiCaprio Bootle and Deshaun Jameson? How those guys look to you tonight? I'm gonna go first. DiCaprio Bootle look booty. Yeah, Bootle look booty tonight. That's
Yeah.
how I feel about him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Deshaun
Jameson,
Jameson definitely needs to learn
he
how to
didn't look good.
tackle. He need to
Hold on, Nick.
yeah.
Hold on, Nick. Deshaun Jameson didn't look good as well. Wilcox, I don't know who that. I can't remember who that is, but he definitely didn't look good.
They signed
So
him last week.
yeah, there are going to be some guys that I believe that's going to hit that waiver wire, and the Panthers are
Mm-hmm.
not finished adding depth and churning over the bottom half of that roster. and
Yeah.
hopefully we can get a few diamonds in the roughs that can come in and contribute right away. What y'all think?
Hey,
I
I
agree
agree.
with you. I agree with you because the system is set up that the cornerbacks don't have to be that great, but you need serviceable kind of cornerbacks.
There you go.
Cornerbacks that are average and above, at least average or above average. You ain't got to be
Mm-hmm.
great so the defense
Right.
can actually thrive. But what we currently have, there are going to be a lot of waiver wire pickups, and some guys going to get released. Now
Facts.
the safety room looks good though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
The
Nick,
safety
I like
room is
Nick
damn
Scott.
good.
I like me some Jordan Fuller.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I
And
like
Nick
me
Scott
some
is all
Jordan
right
Fuller.
too.
Yeah, Nick
Yep.
Scott
Nick
is
Scott
definitely
too.
valid. He's valid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what you
Oh yeah.
think, Nick? What you think about them cornerbacks?
You know, that was my one of my main keys even going into the draft, but I'm looking at it possibly how Evero may be looking at it. Maybe I'm wrong. I think JC is obviously the key because having that lockdown corner. I was talking to Panthers Prime about this. Shout out Demetrius over there. I was like, if you have that corner that could lock down that 33% of the field, now your defense only got to worry about 66.7%, and it's a lot easier when you could turn around at
Yeah.
your number one corner and be like, we're good on this third. You feel me?
Right.
Which when
Mm-hmm.
Right.
JC is out there, we good on that third. We're fine. Like the DB coach said, we're good with rolling the coverage away from JC when he's on his side. So that just gives more help for the defense. So I think
Right.
we have good enough talent. Jameson definitely needs to learn how to tackle, bro. Like that's just not acceptable. But
Hey,
Yeah.
DiCaprio
to
Boodle
me,
is
yeah.
I'd have to he booty too, bro. He booty too. Like you gotta
Yeah.
go. We do need. I would love a Kello Witherspoon or a Dory Jackson on our team, bro. Like I think we need someone like one of those two cats in our secondary.
I
Because
I've
I
been
love this.
saying it
I
for
love the
months.
safeties. I agree with y'all. I love the safety situation with Nick Scott, Fuller, and Xavier Woods. We'll be all right over there.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely need another corner.
Yeah, we
I've
gotta
been
hope and
saying it
pray
for
that
months.
we gotta hope and pray that JC stay healthy, Mike Jackson stay healthy,
Yep.
and Troy Hill stay healthy. Yeah,
Yep.
We need
we
a
No
gotta work
rapid.
doubt.
hard on that.
What would be nice is a rapid progression from Shaw Smith Wade. That would be nice. You know what I
It
mean? If we
would.
can get
It
a
would.
nice development from him, like we're getting out of Trevin Wallace, that would be lovely.
Hey, can I say something? I want to say
Go
something
ahead,
because
Nick.
hey, so I love that y'all just talked about JC. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Love that right now.
There we
I'm gonna tell
go.
you right now. My best analogy is for JC right now is JC is like a pit bull that's been on the leash for the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Hmm.
what's been failing him is his body. And everybody gonna say, "Oh, he injury prone." Breaking bones is not injury prone. That's just mean you got bad ass luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was a freak injury. Jeremy Chin is the one who
The first one,
he's the one who hurt him. The
Jeremy
first
Chin hit him.
First
yeah,
one
no,
was
the second one. The
CJ
first one was
Henderson.
No,
a
the first
non-contact. No. The first one was non-contact against
yeah, the first
Houston.
Oh,
one was
against the
That was
Cowboys.
non-contact.
the
That's
bad
right.
one. That was
Yeah.
That's right.
non-contact. The second one with
Mm-hmm.
Chin, that was
Yeah.
Chin who fucked him up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This bad luck,
Yeah.
man. And then last year,
Yeah.
I don't think people realize when you are a professional athlete and you are not able to work out the way that you've been working out for a
Mm-hmm.
long period of time, and then you come back and you start getting back into it, what usually happens?
Injury, soft tissue
Soft
injury.
tissue
Yeah.
injuries.
Soft
Yeah.
tissues.
Yeah.
It's so it was bound to
Body
happen to
reacts differently to it.
yes,
Exactly.
it was
Yep.
bound to happen. So at the end of the day, I believe that now he is probably in the place of where he's been able to get back to his normal regime, getting his body the way that he wants to get his body. And if he's like, everybody don't realize the reason Christian has gotten better is Christian decided to invest money in his body.
Well,
Decided,
uh, JC said he did do that this
Mm-hmm.
offseason. He changed
I
his
think he
diet
changed his diet and
and
everything.
incorporated some more, different activities like more stretching and stuff like that.
He said
So
weightlifting. Yeah. No, he said more
yeah,
weightlifting. He did
and
more. He
lifting weights.
went back to
hey, and I'm telling these
co-
Yeah.
mugs right now, for
he
all
said
these people who've been
that
talking
college
trash about JC,
workout.
I wanted to say this. Everybody who's been talking trash about JC better than more than half of the cornerbacks in the NFL
Yeah,
right now.
Hey, we don't disagree with you
he's
on that
top.
Yeah.
one.
He's
Now
top
we don't
10.
disagree with you on that.
He's
And
top
We
if
don't
10.
disagree
he
with you on
doesn't,
that one.
if he doesn't get
Field,
injured this
when he's on
year,
the field,
Top 5.
when he's on the field, there ain't that many better when he's on
Yeah,
the field.
he's
Yeah,
top 5
Yeah.
automatic.
hey,
yeah.
Top
everybody's
five
like,
and he ain't
everybody like.
five.
Somebody told me the other day, him and Sauce don't need to be talked in the same sentence. Okay, when
Nigga
he's
wild.
better than Sauce, y'all don't talk trash.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
Come
okay.
on. Come
Right.
on,
Wow.
man.
All right, bitch.
Right.
This
Dang.
is
Let
nuts.
me ask y'all this then. How did y'all feel about JC Horn not playing tonight?
I ain't had no problem with it.
I had no problem with that, man.
Save him for the
I ain't got no
game.
problem with it at all.
Save him
And
for the
I
I
had
did
game.
want to say this,
I ain't had
Nick.
no problem with it. What up?
I
go ahead.
Nick G, I did want to say this, and we was talking about injury prone now. Now I'm gonna try to be a technicality here. Now I had seizure before. Okay,
Mhm.
so I had the first one, and they were like, okay, we're going to see what's what. But after I had that second one, they had to go ahead and diagnose me with epilepsy. So AC Horn got hurt once. Okay,
Here
we
we
let him
go.
slide. He got he got hurt twice. We have to tag him his injury.
Hey,
Okay, let me stop.
Dude,
hey,
I'm done.
that
I'm
man,
done.
that
I'm
that
that
sorry,
man
You
Nick.
had,
wrong
but
for
that
you
that
had
shit,
a
man.
you
You
had a
wrong for
real
that
you had a real
shit.
disease. That
I
man
know, I
had
know, I know. I'm just being petty, Nick. I'm sorry.
these damn turf fields, man. These turf.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
goodness, man. It's just. I mean, and then like you said, Horn hit him. I mean,
Chin
Chin hit
Chin.
him. And then freaking then when he stepped wrong, because that's what broke his foot. He stepped
in
wrong,
Dallas, the Dallas game.
yeah, on a turf
yeah,
field.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
So at the
And
end of the day, man, he had bad luck with those, and the other one was bound to happen because he wasn't able to perform the way that he would normally perform.
Gotcha.
let me
So
say
Okay.
something.
Gotcha.
Go
Now,
ahead, Wild.
JC said it was in a podcast. I'm trying to remember what podcast on. He said if we'd have been in a, if we'd have been winning, he could have played. It's just the coaches kept him out. He could have
Mm.
played. It's
What
just
against
what was he
Tampa
playing
that
for?
game?
Huh?
yeah, with
He,
the broken wrist, he could have played. He would have played with
yeah, he could have played. He could have
he would
played
have played with a
perfect. Yeah,
freaking
he
big
could have
ass
played.
freaking cast on his hand.
With air
Yeah, he could have
cast on,
played.
yeah.
Uh,
But what did he
Yeah,
get
but
hey,
money
but
for?
but you know what? But we were playing for the division possibly. Because if we would have won that game versus Tampa, I
was that
think
that
we
year?
would have.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
that was the year he broke his wrist. It was
Listen,
in the
The
Lion. Was
member,
it the Lions game?
so that was old boy's
With
fault.
Jeremy Chin hit. Yeah, Jeremy Chin hit him.
I
And then
think.
we went to the next game against
Right.
Tampa Bay. Went to the next game against Tampa Bay, and CJ Henderson wet the bed against the entire defense. Mike Evans
So
cooked him.
did.
But then we went to
Listen,
the last game of the season versus the Saints, and we beat the Saints by 3 points. If I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken.
and then I told everybody, what happens to Mike Evans when CJ Horn is on the field?
Hey,
Was
let me
CJ
tell you what
Henderson
happened.
When
3
JC
When
Horn's
J,
on the
touchdowns?
When
field,
JC
no,
Horn's on
no,
the field?
Oh,
when
JC Horn.
JC.
Oh,
Oh,
It
let
nothing.
ain't
me tell you.
that.
Let me tell
nothing.
you what happened. Week 18, 4 targets,
Mm,
1 catch. That's what happened.
mm-hmm.
Hey,
That's
Correct.
what happened.
when you got somebody you can't push around like they're a little kid,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
what happens?
Well,
When you got a
to,
Nothing.
grown
to
man,
to be honest, Mike Evans never fared well against bigger
No.
cornerbacks.
No.
Remember when we
Mm-hmm.
had James Bradbury?
yeah,
Honestly, in my opinion, I think James Bradbury made his money off of Mike
like Mike
Evans.
Evans,
Off
yeah,
of Mike Evans and off of
he
Julio
would
Jones
he would
Correct.
because
feast
he
on
could
that
No.
give
mug,
both
man.
of them the business.
Look,
Bigger wide receivers. I'm sorry. When Mike Evans play against bigger corners, he doesn't have as much success as he does against a smaller corner.
yep.
Correct.
Hey,
No.
and then the
No.
I,
other thing about it is too. I keep telling these people, they was like, "Oh, well, if we got to play wide receivers oh boy, I can't even think of his name right now, Hill,
oh,
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek.
If you got to pick, I
Mm-hmm.
was
Tyreek
like,
Hill.
JC gon' push the shit out of his ass right off the line,
That's it.
and
That's
I
all
was
you
like,
gotta
there's a
do.
difference between when a dude that's 50, 40, or 30 or 40 pounds heavier than you puts their hands on you than when these cornerbacks that are the same size as Tyreek Hill put their hands on him. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
all of the cornerbacks that are successful against him press his ass on the line because if you let him catch the ball He's
Done.
He
those
gone.
short. Everybody be like, oh, well, you can let him catch the ball short right in front of you. No, he turns those into 20, 30 yard gains.
Mm-hmm.
If you let Mike Evans stack you, you about to have a bad day. If
Mm-hmm.
he stack you, he gonna do whatever in the hell he want to do
He
with you,
won't on you,
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
inside,
Mm-hmm.
outside, or over the top.
It
Ain't nothing
don't.
Yeah.
you can do about it.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's
Hey.
why. I mean, I'm just telling y'all, man. I believe that we about to take JC off this leash, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that wide receivers like freaking Mike Evans gonna be put on notice that hey, you ain't about to do me like you was doing freaking all these other cornerbacks.
For
Oh,
real.
Mike Evans know what time it is. He
Oh
know
yeah.
what time it
Oh
is
yeah.
with JC. When he see
Mm-hmm.
number 8 lined up across from him, he know what time it is.
Yeah, it ain't. I don't know, man.
Strap up season.
I can't wait. Hey, I don't know.
Put
What
that
did y'all think
seatbelt
about them
on.
talking about paying him? What y'all think about talking about paying? I actually think it's actually a ingenious idea.
I think I think they should go ahead and lock up their star players before Bryce Young reach year 4.
That makes sense
Mm.
too. Hey, but look
Yep.
at this one. Look at this. These people were complaining, talking about they shouldn't pay him because he hasn't been on the field. But I'm telling you right now, paying him right now will work in our favor rather than waiting to the end of this year when Sauce Gardner, Patrick Surtain,
And if he
uh,
stays
Mm.
healthy,
Hmm.
who else? Who else? There's like 4 or 5 cornerbacks that will be up for opportunity to get a contract this year, and
yeah.
those
Got
are the
you.
types of
Nah, but
fights you don't want to get in.
Mm-mm.
Lock him down for the
Pay him
price
right.
now.
go up.
Pay him
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man,
Nah,
you
but
could probably.
lock him down now because if you take that risk now, right, and you don't sign him now, and he stays healthy and he balls out, which we all know he would, now he's gonna ask for more money. That's just the way it
Yeah,
goes. You feel me?
and I can
Mm-hmm.
see.
So if
I
you get him now,
honestly,
especially if it's a heavily incentive, I could see if you sign him right now, the Panthers can make it very heavily incentive based. Like if you play 85% of the games, you'll
Mm-mm.
get this amount of money, but if you don't,
Yeah.
you'll get this amount of money. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be
I
very
feel
like
you.
with playing time is gonna be definitely in that contract.
yeah. So
It has to be based on his injury history.
yeah,
For
Now,
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
go ahead.
Earlier, right? You slid by my question. My question was, I'm gonna go back to it. And you said the 3-year contract, right? Mingo. He's still under contract.
Hmm.
True statement. However, if you
However.
look at both of those guys, if you look at their college to college,
Hmm.
Mingo had no numbers compared to TMJ. And if you look at the current NFL numbers, and you look at catch again, Mingo had more targets, less yards. Why would you invest in something that doesn't? You don't know that thing gonna actually develop, but you got a guy that has developed. You'll give that up just because?
No, so this is the thing. This is not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is this. There is a chance that Deontay Johnson could go out here and ball out of control this year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance of that. If we keep TMJ and he balls out of control, what do we do with TMJ at the end of this year anyway?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's a tough
I'm saying
question.
He
if
but
you gotta pay, you gotta pay
TMJ,
him. I
even
got you.
if you have to pay TMJ, he's not gonna
No,
command.
he ain't gonna get
He's
that
not
much.
A
gonna.
lot of money.
Yeah.
He's not
But
gonna
Not
yeah,
that
he's
many
command a
not going to
whole
mil.
bunch of
command. He's
money.
not going to command top wide receiver money.
Yeah.
But do you
But he
want to
only
have to
have one
try to
season
pay
to
two
take.
wide receivers at the same time?
I'd rather do that than have somebody that don't develop.
I mean, but we don't know. But you got to realize we've given Terrace Marshall 4 years. How do we know that
No, no.
Mingo won't
One
do
and
the
a
same?
half. One and a half. First year, remember, he was hurt.
Hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
he got in the doghouse for a year and a half. Then he
Mm-hmm.
had a
Hmm.
half a year playing. Then last year, for whatever reason, because we drafted Mingo, we just put Mingo out there. Every time Terrence had the opportunity, he played better than Mingo. But because those guys drafted him, they kept putting him out there.
I got a
Mm.
bold prediction for you guys. I got a real bold prediction for you
Well, here we
guys.
go with this shit
Go
again.
ahead, Nick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Terrace Marshall will get traded
That
before
ain't no
week
Yeah,
bold
one,
prediction.
there ain't no bold prediction.
That ain't no bold
Mm.
prediction.
We said that
and you
earlier. That's why
to the
we talk
Buffalo
about this now.
to the Buffalo Bills, to the exact team we just played against.
No, I think he gonna get
Hell
traded.
no, we don't need
I
to do
think he
that.
gonna get traded to the Bengals.
Hell no.
He gonna get
Hey,
traded to the
I'm
You
gonna
Bengals.
know
tell you
what?
right now, we do not need to trade him to a team that we have to play this year.
There you go. Facts, Nick. Facts.
In both of
Hey,
those teams you named,
there's a
both
lot
of
of
Well,
those
team in
teams
there.
you named, we have to play them
You know,
this year.
No, we don't gotta play Buffalo this year.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
I'm pretty sure I saw Buffalo on the schedule. I'm about to look again.
Nah, we don't.
hmm.
Hey, well, real quick, Mr. Hunky
Maybe I
Dory,
saw.
thanks
Maybe
for the
I was.
$5 super chat. Hey, he says, question: what player deserves a contract but is going to be forced out by a starter last year? Friendly favoritism or just pure need basis?
Mm.
I don't understand that.
I'm guessing he's saying, what player do we think this year would deserve a contract? Well, you know what? Yeah.
We
Like
just
any
said it.
player in general, or someone we like a new player.
We just
Yeah.
said it.
TMJ.
Yeah, I think it's TMJ because the simple fact is they got a 3-year contract with Mingo, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not like they're even the same guy. Mingo to me is stiffer. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
run a better route, and
Yeah.
Yeah, Mingo run funny. I don't know about y'all. He run
He
funny as
said
hell,
yeah, I
Mingo
know
bro.
he
run
don't
funny.
run. It's
He run
it's
funny,
like
bro.
you drafted the same guy, but you
Yeah.
you drafted a lesser version of the guy you already had,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why he was a second round pick because if you look at it, the guys that came after him, all of them had better years, better numbers, and they had the same number of targets. And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we can't blame it all on Bryce.
No, that you
Hey,
gotta blame. You gotta blame that on the. Look, I'll be honest with you. When they picked Mingo, I had no clue why they picked Mingo.
Steve.
I mean, at the end of
yeah.
the day, I'm gonna say this right now. At the end of the day, there was the edge rusher still on the board that I said that
Mm-hmm.
they could have picked. There was
Linebacker.
what? There was a linebacker on the board that they could have picked. There was other wide receivers that I would have picked before Mingo.
Hey,
Yeah.
nose tackle, safety.
Hey,
There was
but you
there
know
was
what? I'm gonna say this though to Mr. Hunky Dory's super chat. Thank you again, Mr. Hunky Dory. But could TMJ be the only one that we could really do that with? Because a lot of people want to say, get rid of Miles Sanders and other positions like that.
Oh,
But his if
his
TMJ's
contract.
contract and is the contract is too friendly. You get what I'm saying? There might be some more people out there, but if we, they cut them, that's more dead money that we're gonna have to incur this year or incur. I'm
right.
sorry.
So look,
but not
everybody
that much.
doesn't.
But not hold on 1 second. But not that much though, CJ, because
Mm-hmm.
he's on the last year of his rookie deal of a second round contract, and I don't think he's making that much. So
No,
even
no,
though
I'm talking about somebody
even if
else.
They
oh,
talking
you
about
talking
getting
about
rid of
somebody?
somebody else.
I'm talking about
Oh,
somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't get
I'm
rid
talking
of
about
Miles Sanders is what $6 million running back.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't get
He'd
rid of
be too
Miles
much of a
Sanders.
cap hit. Yeah.
That's too
Dallas,
much of a cap
Dallas,
hit.
Dallas
Mm-hmm.
won him.
Yes, Dallas. If
Yeah.
Dallas wants him and Dallas is willing to give us something that's worth us
And take
giving
that
him up,
contract.
because at the end of the day, you got to realize we still take a cap hit even trading him.
True.
Oh,
Because everybody don't realize that any
Yeah.
money that is fully guaranteed to him
Oh, it's
it's
stays with the
ours.
us.
team that is trading him.
Correct.
The only thing that the Cowboys would pick up is his base salary. That's
Correct.
all the
Okay.
Gotcha.
Cowboys pick up. So at the end of the day, you can go look at whatever his base salary it is. His base salary might be $2-3 million. They end up with a $2-3 million cap hit, and we end up with the same with all of that money that he was owed accelerated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So so everybody wants to say trade him. Do I? Next year is the year to get rid of him.
Okay.
Next year. This year
No.
we take too much of a
Yeah.
hit to get rid of him. So like, I mean, y'all might as well. We might be stuck with. I didn't understand the picking up of Miles Sanders in the first place. I understood the reason that don't understand it is because in my eyes, him and Chuba are the same type of running back. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say that. I'm not
He
gonna say what I'm trying to say is that they're the smaller frame running backs, the dudes that will get you with one or two cuts.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
true.
The
Well,
I have
I
I
no,
had to
I'm
slightly
gonna
disagree
disagree
on
with
that.
that. Yeah, me and Tony think the same thing. I disagree with that a little bit because I think Miles was a much shiftier back than Chuba. Now Chuba has gotten a little better, but if you look at a lot of Chuba's tape from his first couple years, if the hole wasn't as wide as 85, you know, he would not go through it. He didn't have a cutback. I've seen plenty of times where there was a cutback opportunity to the left or the right, and Chuba was like, the play's going this way, boss. I gotta go that way. You know, so I would say in that sense they're a little bit, you know, of a different type of back.
I'll give you that.
But,
I'll give you that. But this is the thing about it is too. Who would you rather have? Because if Chuba gets into the open field, what usually happens?
He gone.
When Miles get in the open field, you got to still pray that ain't nobody got the angle on him.
Yeah, right.
But Chuba, when Chuba turned them jets on,
I have to push back because I have not seen Chuba run away from anybody yet in the NFL. I have consistently see him get walked down. So all this, I know he ran track in high school, was one of the fastest player coming out of Canada when he got to Oklahoma State. But that speed that he had in Canada did not translate to United States. Because
you
I
know
have
what?
not seen
yeah. Okay, I had to step
run
back
away.
and think about that one. Yeah.
Hey, you ever notice the people who walk him down already 20 yards down the field? That ain't fair. You can't.
Nah, Nick. Nah, that's
Ain't
nah, you
nobody.
lying.
Ain't nobody
You-
walked him down from the even. Oh, you was on the line and you walked me down from behind me. Ain't you tell me that cornerbacks have
Nick,
walked him down? I ain't gonna lie to you. Cornerbacks have walked him down.
You remember that game last year in Detroit
Yeah,
with him and Deontay Foreman both was going off?
yeah.
And how many runs did he break against Detroit? And how many did he score? How many scores? How many times did he score breaking the line of scrimmage? And with nobody touching him, nobody touched him.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Listen. This is what I say though. This is what I'm gonna tell you right now. We should have kept Deontay Foreman. God damn it.
You're not gonna get no
Now that
disagreements
I
from
agree
me.
with you. Now
Because
that I agree with you on right there.
that was a good compliment of I'm gonna run you over
Yes.
and I'm gonna get in the outfit. Because you know what? Them dudes that you last year, if you had Deontay Foreman loading the box would have still been a business decision against Deontay Foreman because he will run you over.
Them third and fourth and shorts. Yes.
Quiet as kept. He bigger than Chuba and Miles, and he got better feet than both of them, in my opinion.
I was gonna
say, which is why I was mad when we got rid of Dylan Johnson, because I was like, okay, maybe we tried to keep him. If he ain't make the roster, maybe keep him on the practice squad.
No, you won't keep him on the.
I don't know if he signed him. He's a free agent. I get you. I get you.
That was the issue with Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson was, when they saw him on that and score that other game, they was like, oh yeah, we might as well just go ahead and count this one as a loss. Because they wanted to keep him. In my mind, I'm Dave Canales. Right now. In my mind, I want to keep him. But I know if I cut him to try to put him on the practice squad, somebody gonna pick him up. Somebody was gonna play.
Dylan
Johnson got hurt. I don't remember that.
I'm here about it. I know he cleared waivers and he was a free agent.
I thought we was gonna pick him up.
Where did you hear that at, Adrian? I'll be interested to know that, because I don't think the Panthers put anything out that he got hurt.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Or injured. Let me say that, injured.
Yeah. Hey, well, you know what? I say this has been a great live, fellas. But I said we're gonna go ahead and get it off because we got two gentlemen on our left here who are I see one at the bottom down there that's yawning, and I know it is late over there where they are at. So we're gonna respect our elders today.
Yeah.
But
it's 11 o'clock over there in Germany, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Boy, yeah, it's late over there. Hey,
thank y'all. He over there in the Middle East. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
It's late over there, but hey, but we appreciate y'all for coming on. Wiley, Nick Tri-State, Doug, PPP. Let me see, was somebody else I missed on here? If I did, I apologize. But I thank everybody for okay. Thank everybody for coming up again. I will say this, everybody on your way out, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and over on Twitter, Twix as we call it. That's a mixture of Twitter and X. You can check us out at Two Fans ITS. And don't forget, tomorrow at 3:00, we'll be back. We're doing our roster prediction special, and we're going to have Dave from PNP, Ben and Eric from the Keep Purring podcast, and Ryan Smith from the Vault. They will be joining me, Tony, and our good friend, the third fan in the stand. What's up, Doug? Okay, so make sure y'all come back, check that out. Wiley, Nick, go ahead and tell the people where to find y'all at.
Hey, yo, y'all can catch me every Monday on the 704 Charlotte Bounce Show. Every Monday, I'll be up there being my normal self. I will disagree with almost everything you say. But yeah, I know y'all come check us out.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
go ahead,
sir.
Wiley.
Hey, you can find me at Panthers Germany, also at Black Hat Panther. I try to be the middleman. I know everybody think Black Hat hate everybody, but it's all good. I'm the middleman. I'm usually saying, "Hey, you the Bryce lover, this, that, and the other." But then when I
No,
come
we're
on other shows, you
Bryceist.
hate Bryce. I'm like, what the? This is weird. You know what I'm saying? Over there, I love Bryce. Over here, I hate Bryce. I'm like, where am I at? Where am I at?
We got you, Wiley.
All
We
right,
Yeah,
got
we
you.
got you, man.
Tony, got anything, bud?
Nah, cuz you covered everything, man. Hey, if you're on Twix right now, there's 92 people watching. Again, hit that follow button for us, man. We'll greatly
Appreciate you.
appreciate it. We're trying to hit 1,000 followers on Twitter. X, better known as Twix. We have dubbed it Twix. We appreciate that as well. And don't forget to hit the like button over here on YouTube. I don't know exactly how many people are currently watching, how many likes we got right now. But on your way out, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe.
We appreciate. Hey, and before we go, a big shout out to everybody over on Twix. We started training camp with 248 subscribers, and when I looked before we went live, I think we were 805. So big
Yes,
thank you to
sir.
everybody who has followed us over on Twix, as we call it. We love and we appreciate all of y'all. Right. So
Yes,
as
sir.
always, y'all, I got 3 things I want to take y'all out with. So number 1, y'all be good. Number 2, y'all be safe. And number 3, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding, man. We'll see you.